Hello, Wanderers. Welcome to episode 127. Today's show is brought to you by our friends at Bob's Liquors. Established in 1970, Bob's has been serving Southern Indiana with quality beer, wine, and spirits. Bob's has a wide selection of domestic, craft, and imported beers ready for your purchase. Whether you need them cold or you're simply stocking up, Bob's has your flavor. Bob's also boasts an excellent selection of your favorite bourbons as well as the latest craft brews. With one location in Ferdinand and another location right here in Holland, Bob's is ready to serve you. If you don't see something in the store that you want, give Josh a call at the Holland store, 812-536-2223, and damn sure he'll get it for you.
The Wondering Dutchmen podcast,
where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchmen podcast coming to you from Smokers Lounge.
The Wondering Dutchmen. Yeah. The Wondering Dutchmen. Yeah.
Oh, we got to apologize off the top.
Yeah, we got our can of statement.
Hey, Luke.
Oh, boy.
Hey, Luke.
Well, here's what happens when you
Luke.
trust that big dummy with a mustache.
Whoa. Pump the
Whoa.
brakes.
Whoa.
Pump the brakes. Who are you talking about? Me?
Which one of us in the room has a mustache?
Well,
Big dummy was harsh.
All of us.
You have a mustache. We have a mustache.
So, guys, credit needs to go to where credit is due.
We miscredited.
And
Jay Maxey is a big part of this program.
yes,
he is not.
He is not the creator of our new hype song.
Nope.
Our intro music was created by a young man named Luke.
Yeah.
And Luke is new to the squad in my world. And I've yet to meet Luke in person, but hopefully one of these days I'll meet Luke. But
Hell of
Luke,
a creator, apparently.
Luke is a really good hype song guy.
What's Luke's last name?
Who
Skywalker?
cares? Yeah,
It could be.
Skywalker. Play that song again, Arlo. Because Luke, he made this song and it gets us jacked up.
Especially when we crank it.
Yeah, like
Turn
right
it
now.
up.
Here it comes again. The Wandering Dutchman. Yeah. The Wandering Dutchman. Yeah. Gets me jacked up.
Oh, Luke. Could you imagine him and Smoke sitting down for a little
Like a
sesh?
jam session?
Little jam sesh?
That'd be cool.
Everybody will remember where they were at.
That's right.
Smokers Lounge in
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah. Hey,
right.
Luke, by the way, thanks a lot, man. It's badass. We really like it.
Well, and we met Luke's brother
Yeah.
this week. That's what made it all
Yes.
kind of like come full circle was when
Yeah.
the guy's brother was sitting in your driveway.
Yeah.
we
He
were
came
there.
out to 1025. Like,
Yeah, and we were like, "Hey, sorry, man." And he's like, "Well, it happens."
No way, dude. Like, he really enjoys it, and he really hoped you liked it. I'm like, yeah, we used it. And he was like, no shit.
Yeah,
You kidding me? And I'm like,
serious?
no. I mean,
Nice.
we really liked it, dude.
he
So-
obviously doesn't know how we operate.
Yeah.
We go 100 miles. We run WFO around
That's
here.
right. We're wide open, baby.
UFO.
Yeah.
Well,
How's
Arlo,
Yes.
how's your week, man? What's up?
Good. Yeah. Just hanging in there. Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
I don't know. That's not really in depth or anything. But,
Yeah,
you
really.
know,
Vague,
whatever.
vague.
Sucked, but
So-
go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
it's just,
Go ahead.
it's
ahead,
work.
Colin.
on, then.
It's work. I had an interesting thing happen with my Harley this week.
Oh, no.
So did some riding, finally got that baby out, and literally died in the driveway on my way home.
Oh, my gosh.
Threw some codes, scared me a little bit.
Through some codes.
The warranty's 2 years, and that ends in like kind of the second half of May.
Perfect.
So I was like, I called the dealer and I was like, get me in ASAP because
Yeah.
we got
Come pick
Houston.
this pile of crap up.
Houston, we got a problem.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I
You ought
shouldn't
to
say
just
pile of crap.
trade it in on a Road King.
Yeah.
Like a real man's bike.
Look at
I'm
that
not gonna
beautiful.
say
Look at
that.
that
I'm
beautiful
that's what
son
you
of a
were
buck
thinking.
right behind you,
just
man.
something a little more.
Folks at home,
little
you
more.
can't see it. It's off camera, but old Smoke Daddy got the old Scootabout running.
Yeah, back on
Got
the
them
road.
new handlebars on, and it looks freaking good.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. I'm not cool enough for that bike.
Oh,
Or anything
bull
like
honky.
it. No, I'm not cool enough. So
No,
you have to look like David Allen Smoker to ride something like
you
that.
throw on a pair of black square-toed buckle boots,
Oh yeah,
and
I ride in Hey Dudes.
Lord, that's not safe.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
I used to ride in shorts all the time, and one of my old friends used to say, "Hey, this is how she talked to Angie. I love you. Don't judge me too hard." But she'd say, "Oh boy, have you ever had to dig rocks out of your face before or your legs? Have you ever seen road rash?" Because that's true. She was because they were in a bad wreck and it was not good. So yeah, don't wear shorts when you're riding motorcycles.
Dress for the slide, not the ride.
This isn't part of the programming,
Yeah.
but if you had a dream bike,
Yeah.
money was no option. What would you have? Start with you, Lindemann.
It would be a pimped out road glide
God dang it.
because that's what I'm going to do
You
anyway.
stole my idea.
How about you?
The bike right behind you, but with fat spoke wheels on it.
Yeah, bro.
That's Rich right there. He's rich.
Yeah.
He's got this.
I'd say some sort of big wheeled bagger, 21-inch front wheel, got a big fat ass kit on the back of it, true dual pipes, some ungodly huge blown out Harley Davidson product with nothing real big, like some 16 or 18-inch ape hangers behind a fairing, stationary fairing. So it'd probably be like some sort of road glide variant with an extremely hold your breath, oh my God, that is effing loud sound system.
I would like some speakers on there.
To where like people knew that, oh shit, here comes that Maester guy again. Hold your ears. Yeah, that's what I would want.
Took the baffles out of the exhaust too. That helped a little bit.
Yeah, sound good?
Sounds a little better.
Oh, good deal. Casey, what's your week been like, bro?
Well, since you've already listened to last week's episode and I sounded
Did
terrible.
just skip everybody?
How to figure?
Well, he's going around the room
Oh,
this
the
way.
other way.
I'm coming. I'm running
Big
the
fella
show this
saving
day.
himself last.
I'm running the show.
So you figure last week I was sick as a dog.
Yes, you
it's
sound a lot better
a lot
today.
better.
Vix must have done it.
Yeah, I reached my hand to that
Lathered
jar,
up,
lathered
baby.
her on there. So doing a little bit better. I think I've in the last 2 weeks I've only had like one night of real good quality sleep because my wife seems to make a point to be either yelling at our dogs or pumping at 2 a.m. So I just am in a yep. That's how I wake up to it. So yeah, off to a hot start, but baseball's going well. A little bit of rain today as we record, but
You can hear it probably too.
but it's okay. So we've been all right.
You know
We've been all
why?
right.
Because rain makes corn.
Corn makes whiskey.
I knew Arlo would
Whiskey makes
chime
the-
into that.
Thanks.
Ladies.
And then
Smoke
the
dog.
words of Tyler Childers.
Hey, by the way, hold on.
Just kidding.
Shut your mouth.
What are you going to do about the class action lawsuit against Morgan Whalen?
For what?
Cancel this freaking
his concert
show.
like 5 minutes before.
There's no disclaimers that he can cancel at any point in time. You're an attorney. You should know
Rumors of him being too drunk to go out and perform.
You know what?
Allegedly. I gotta say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Now hold the phone.
Go
This
ahead.
says more about the listenership of Morgan Whalen than Morgan Whalen. How about old No Show Jones
That's
back
right.
in the day?
The
Hank
possum.
Jr. Them guys would get shit bombed and not show up for 4 weeks. Nobody was filing lawsuits. Everybody just shrugged. That crazy old son of a bitch drunk again.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Hey, what
possum.
about Luke Combs? Remember when Luke Combs?
Oh
Remember
yeah,
what he
gave him the
did?
money back. Went ahead and sang anyway.
Yeah, he went ahead and had the show, refunded their tickets, and only like it was a big sing along, more or
Yeah.
less. Like it was most of the crowd. He did a lot of crowd work and stuff like that. Still refunded in the tickets, but still played.
He
so
came
that
out
their
and said,
night
"Y'all,
wasn't shot.
Y'all, I'm going to refund your ticket. I'm a little under the weather.
We're gonna give your money back."
But you know what? I heard you out there cheering, and I just felt it in my bones that we had to have a show.
Yeah,
So I'm going to refund your money because you ain't getting the full Luke Combs experience.
that's
But I'm going to bring
that
it
just
tonight,
goes to show
and
you,
you're going to help
Arlo.
me.
I love how I'm the ambassador for Morgan Wallen.
Uh-oh. Who is that?
That's my.
God.
I'm sorry.
Turn off your
I
ears.
forgot I was connected. No, I love it how I'm like.
You're some ambassador.
Like people send me.
Last night I let the liquor talk.
Let me see this. Let me find it.
God.
Here. It was pretty funny. I've been getting people send me stuff on Instagram about Morgan Wallen, and it's because of the show. It's just hilarious. So.
Right.
Smoke, what's up?
Well, I mowed the front yard Monday
Yeah, you
because I
did.
had time. And then yesterday, I thought, you know what, Dave, go ahead and get this backyard mowed real quick.
How'd that go?
Well, it was going pretty good, but, it was an afternoon, so I didn't have any time to have like a beer beforehand or anything to kind of slow my roll. I was in go mode from
So
work.
it wasn't your best job then.
No, and I come up the walkout basement. I don't know what you call it, but we got a walkout basement. So
Yeah.
there's like a steep hill. I come cruising up that towards the pool, and I was going to mow along the retaining wall of the pool. And I was like, I better hug in there a little closer. This grass is awful tall. And I'll be damned if one of them riprap boulders was under the grass.
no.
So I hit that and it folded the deck up into the blade. So I've got a half mowed backyard. So this weekend I'm going to have to take the deck off.
So you're going to go see our friends at Hopf Equipment.
No, well,
Hopf Outdoor
I'm
Power.
probably going to have to replace that blade because it got jacked up.
I
But-
bet it sounded great when you were mowing.
Well, I had my headphones on. I'm like, man, that doesn't sound good. And Weston come out thinking my
Seems like
legs
there's a
was
slight vibration going on.
So yeah, it wasn't worth a ding dang. So I'm pretty upset about that. And I was like,
man.
man, if I'd have just had a few beers or something beforehand to slow down and enjoy the ride instead of
Yeah.
thinking of all the stuff I had to get done.
And with all this rain we have right now, and the sun pops out, this
Appreciate
weekend
that.
or whatever, you're gonna have to bail your backyard.
I'll get it fixed.
Brad, can you hook him up with a baler for
yeah,
a weekend?
we're going to have to call over to Hopf Himsel in Huntingburg. and get some. Hey, boys, I've been waiting for my turn. It's my turn. We're recording today on April 27th, one day after the opening of the 2023 Indiana turkey season.
Mm.
I got a little slate call here. The old Night and Hail Yellow Hammer, and I've been kind of chirping around a little bit. I have not been. I'm not a big gobbler chaser, but I know a lot of my buddies have killed some, and
Yeah.
turkeys are hitting. Can't Stop the Flop 2023 is in full action. So, other than that, my week's been the same. Hammer down. Today is the only day that I didn't have to go to the ball field. If it doesn't rain too much tomorrow, we'll play 2 games tomorrow. Max and Eleanor both. And
No more rain tomorrow, though, right? Didn't that get pushed off?
I don't know. The way it's kind of sitting in, though, we might get too much tonight.
yeah, and that's fine with me.
Yeah,
That's totally fine with
pulled
me.
smoke on the water up out of the back 40 there.
Yeah, I cannot wait.
Open that
David and
up.
I were really talking about that today, boys. We got big plans for Smoke on the Water.
yeah.
And by the way, so today is the 27th. No, yeah, today's the 27th. Tomorrow's the 28th.
Mhm.
The next day's the 29th.
Yeah.
And then my wife's birthday is the 30th.
Oh, well, happy birthday,
Yeah.
Warden Mason.
The warden's birthday
Warden
is the 30th.
Smoker's birthday is tomorrow, the 28th.
Well, yeah, happy birthday.
Here, here. So yeah, we're going this weekend. We're going to go to the Jazz and Wine Fest in Huntingburg.
Oh, yeah, we're going to sip some
The
wine.
Catalina wine mixer.
No, it's the Garden Gate Festival.
Oh.
But it's actually a really good time because they have craft beer too, and usually a lot of stuff going on up there. So hopefully that turns out pretty good. But other than that, man, I'm ready to rip.
Sounds like we're ready to get into hour one then, huh?
I think it
I
is.
think so. Let's do it.
All right. Wanderers, hour one today is brought to you by our friends at Toy Auto Parts in Huntingburg. Conveniently located on the busiest dang road in DuBois County, Toys has everything you need if it runs on 4 or 2 wheels. Proudly carrying Parts City Auto Parts. Head inside, see Angie and the gang. The family-owned operation has quality parts at the right price. Toys assists in changing windshield wipers, checking batteries, and scanning your vehicle to determine why that dang check engine light is on. Always a friendly smile and hello when you walk in the store. Visit our friends at Toys today. Also, Angie wanted us to remind you that Toys is open 7 days a week and most holidays. In addition to their complete lineup of auto parts, they carry lawn and garden parts, ATV, marine, farm, and big truck parts as well. Toys make hydraulic hoses in minutes and are well stocked and competitively priced in hydraulic fluids for most farm equipment. And remember, the best part of Toys business is you.
Nice.
Yeah. Well,
Nailed it.
And she said,
Yeah.
hey,
She laid the law down.
yeah, she
for
did.
Sure.
She said, you're going to change that or I'm going to. And I said, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Said, all right.
Yes, ma'am.
Say, yes, ma'am.
Will do.
My first topic this evening is entitled Impromptu Gathering Prep. Now, when I say impromptu gathering prep, I mean preparing for an impromptu gathering.
I think, isn't that defeat the whole impromptu?
No. Does it?
No.
I think I'm more or less talking about like things
You
that
get a call on Saturday, hey, come over, we're having a little cookout.
Yep. That's exactly what happened last weekend. I think I said I sent the I put one out on the old Dutchman thread and said, hey, we're going to have a fire tonight in the driveway. Probably going to do a taco bar. Come by, bring your own brews, bring your own beers and your lawn chairs.
That's right.
Well, then that immediately spawns like a gargantuous thread of other texts. What can we bring? What can we bring? What do you need?
Chairs and brews.
Yeah, like your lawn chair and whatever you want to drink. But with that being said, I think I wanted to say more so, if you were going to have an impromptu gathering, somebody stops by, or that one person leads to 5, 6, 10 people stops by. Depending on the time of year, I know it's all situational, whether or not you're going to the pool, whether or not you're going to have a fire, whether or not you're going to sit down by the lake, whether or not you're going to do some porch sitting or garage sitting, whatever. What are some things, materialistic, whether it's food, supplies, whatever, what's something that you think that you have to have on hand? Just for a gathering, just to be ready. Like, what do you got to have? What do you got to have?
Well, I think because I invite you guys up all the time, you don't show up. So I don't know if I can answer this because nobody ever comes out up to the hill.
Wow.
Is this through Snapchat? Because I haven't seen one.
Oh, my God.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
no. How's
don't like
that
you.
feel?
let
Yeah,
the
how
joke
does that
like you.
feel?
Arlo, let the joke ride a little
We
bit.
don't like you,
Please.
Arlo.
Oh,
God
sorry.
bless it.
You are paid to be here as a producer, and that's it.
I didn't receive my paycheck.
No paycheck. So,
Well, no,
What
I'm
about
going to
you?
say you don't need to get ready if you stay ready. And I bet we could do a show of hands.
nice.
Who keeps a fairly stocked beer fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Summertime,
Yeah,
I get back
well-
and forth. There's always like something to drink there.
Yeah.
I mean, anomaly.
yeah. So, but
Yeah.
I mean, so that's going to be number one because that's how every impromptu party starts. You're
Yes.
like, hey, Jimbo's over having a couple beers. You got to stop by.
Hey, Jimbo, stop by.
Yeah. So next thing you know, Jimbo brings
I
it.
wish we had a buddy named Jimbo. You guys want to
We
start
need to
calling
put that
me
on the
Jimbo?
list.
And we could call Arlo.
You'd be a great Jimbo,
We
actually.
could change Arlo's name to producer Jimbo.
Yeah. Jimbo.
Jimbo
I'm
Donhauer.
good with my brand right now.
I'm good with Arlo.
Yeah. So I think that's how. But I think if you've got beer covered, that's at least enough for the impromptu gathering. Now, if it's an impromptu gathering with at least a 6 to 8 hour notice, you got to have food requirements
Yeah.
set out.
Yeah.
You got to have at least food figured. You can make a quick run to the grocery, get what you need, be able to
Yep.
get home. Probably stock up with plenty of Merkley products.
Yeah.
I would assume
Duh.
so. But then, like, if you do like a further like impromptu, like it's very early on a Saturday morning, like Dave's out making eggs, and he's like, "Hey, I ought to get the boys together tonight. Let's do dinner.
Yeah.
We'll throw some Merkley steaks on the grill,
Ooh.
and we'll get some things going." Then I think it requires a little bit more. So
Yeah.
stepped up on the basis of your impromptu-ness is how much you need to plan.
Yeah. Well, so what about you, Smoke? You got anything that jumps out at you?
You always got to have the beer fridge in the summer going. That's a given. Butchering every year. There's always plenty of ground beef here.
Yeah.
And there's always a log of Velveeta and some Rotel. So it's really to say, hey, why don't you come on over? We'll make some dip, and then either have somebody stop and grab some chips. But that's like a quick.
Yeah,
You always got to have that mac and cheese for the kids.
definitely. So we did a taco bar last Saturday. You were shopping with your warden and the squad. Arlo was off doing Arlo stuff. And,
We don't really know what he does.
Well, and that's fine. It's okay. He's mysterious.
I'm a mystery.
He's mysterious. He's a man of
Enigma.
mystery. He's an enigma. So I told the warden, I'm like, hey, it's going to be nice tonight. Temperatures are going to get
Frigid.
God damn it, or freaking crap. I mean, it got cold. It got chilly because the wind was coming out of the north.
Now, once the wind died down,
It wasn't
so
too
terrible.
bad. So I knew we were going to have a fire. And as you know, that would be really high up on the list. Firewood. You got to
I didn't even
have
think of
firewood
that.
around. Like we always, out there where we live.
But I think that's very situational.
Yeah, that's what I said. As it gets hotter, you know, when we're transitioning more out of the driveway fire, more into the pool.
Tell you the truth, I like to have a fire going by the pool.
Even in the summer?
Just to look at.
Holy shit.
It's for the ambiance.
Oh my God.
Smoke is all about setting the mood.
I do too. I get it. Yeah, whatever. But so firewood this time, let's just say right now, here it is on
April 27th.
April 27th. Let's fast forward to Saturday. We're not going to the wine fest. I'm going to have an impromptu party. I'm going to have firewood.
That's right.
I'm going to have extra lawn chairs. I'm going to have some sort of snack to provide. Like if it's impromptu and it's not going to be like a meal, I am at least going to have something to
munch on.
munch on.
And you know what makes that great? Merkley's special products of cracker bologna.
Yeah.
You can get them on sale. A ton of varieties. You've got German bologna, peppered bologna, garlic bologna.
Head cheese.
You got the head cheese.
Ooh.
You got the summer sausage,
Man.
jalapeno cheese summer sausage. Thanks to our
snack
friends at Merkley's.
sticks, Philly cheesesteak snack sticks.
How late are they open on Saturday?
Noon.
Yeah.
Which,
Gotta
by the
get in
way,
there
most
early.
of your impromptu plans are made prior till noon on Saturdays.
Usually. Like we knew what we were
It's
doing.
usually
by
a
noon.
Friday night.
We always somehow got a baseball game at 7 or 8 in the morning. Stupid. Or you got to be up at 7. So that's when you're like, you know what? You know what will salvage this Saturday? A daggone shindig.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I felt like that the other day. Like, so the warden, God love her.
She's a sweetheart.
Oh, man. She
Especially
is
when she's chomping at your ass because you did something stupid.
She's a
and we get to
peach.
sit there and watch her just ride you up and down
Do what she does.
Whoa.
Highway 161. And just unbelievable.
There's no.
Good Lord, Carol, she's
Good.
riding him like Seabiscuit.
God, she's riding him like. She's a big panic cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why this
Ride
impromptu
him up
topic
and
probably
down
drives
the
her
gear.
nuts.
Yeah. Holy shit, Dave's coming over. We got to drop everything and start scrubbing the grout in the bathroom shower. Like, holy shit.
I
There
hope
might be
not.
people
I've
judge
never-
us for going potty in our bathroom and there's mildew in the grout.
I've never even been in your bathroom
Well, good.
in the last however many years that I've known you.
Yeah, you've never pooped at my house?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah, because he's a home turf shitter. Yeah.
And I'm a take a leak outside type of guy.
Duh. I could probably, I could count, man, the number of times that I have urinated inside of my own home is probably not as high as what you think it would be.
for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Like not even like in the middle of the night you're going to go outside?
No, hands
Oh,
down.
yeah.
Really?
Yep.
He gets a chance to go out there and look at the stars.
Casey busted me. Did we not remember this story?
Yeah.
Have you never heard this story?
He comes out and pisses out front all the time.
Like Casey
So do I.
used to do this thing where he would walk in the middle of the night. Like he would just get this is probably when Zoe, he was the only kid he had was Zoe. So like
I did it with Ryan, maybe a little bit.
yeah, so he would get these wild hairs up his ass and just decide to go for a stroll at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And all of a sudden he would like But he wouldn't walk with any lights or nothing. Like he would just have
Not
like
coming down the driveway.
No, he'd have like a headlamp or some stupid shit. And then like I'm standing there taking a piss in front of, like, I have the only two lights in the front of my house. And I'm standing there just hanging out, like it's in the middle of the night. I'm looking at the stars, taking a piss. And all of a sudden I hear, "Hey, put that little thing away." And I'm telling you what, Arlo, I died inside.
Oh yeah, it did.
We live on a dead end road with nobody that comes down there after 9 p.m. because they're either old or have kids. No offense to our neighbors that are not old, but it's like there should be no one driving, and especially there should be no one on foot at this time of night staring at my penis while I'm going to the bathroom in my own.
Easy, pal. You're giving a hell of a lot of credit there.
He felt that in his soul.
Oh, it scared the shit out of me.
All I saw was whitey tighties hanging around the back.
Oh no, I don't wear whitey tighties. I wear Duluth, or maybe I didn't have anything on at that point, but it was crazy.
Is it cold out here? What's going on?
Moving on. Anyway, I love impromptu parties. I'm a big fan of them, and I think that you have to, like Casey said, you need to stay strapped. Like you need to have
some level of preparedness,
some snacks, some sort of meat. Like David said, hey, let's throw some burgers on the grill real quick. Like let's just say, for example, if maybe I had a Green Mountain Grill that I could just throw some burgers on or throw a pack of brats on or something. Yeah, we'll just go to the freezer, get them, take them in the house, start thawing them out.
Yeah.
And then while we're waiting on them to thaw, we'll start the grill, get it going. But then we'll drink beer. Yeah. And wait on it to get done. And therefore, this whole thing turns into an impromptu gathering.
And it all works out.
Yeah. That's what I love it.
I just need to buy some land on your guys' road.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah,
there could be some for sale.
For sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never know.
We'll let you know. All right. So my topic
Oh, God.
gets to the true heart of wondering about things. And so I was watching Walker today at work.
Hell yeah.
And him and Trevette were taking down another long line of bad guys that when
some
they're
real
in Texas.
scumbags.
And they do it. I mean, they win every time. I mean, I've seen Trevette shot in the chest more than anybody I've ever seen in fictional history.
Yeah.
And the sumbitch always lives.
David, can you sing the song again?
I mean, I could.
When the eye of the ranger are upon you.
Any wrong you do, they're gonna see.
When
you're in Texas, look behind you, because that's where the Rangers are gonna be.
So my thought here for my topic is, what do you think would happen if a Hallmark Christmas movie didn't end up with a happy ever after, or not even Hallmark Christmas related, they don't catch the bad guy in the police procedural show? Because every time I watch a Hallmark, I'm like, this is why I watch it. This is why I watch Hallmark Christmas movies. I'll fully admit to it. But I'll watch them and I will say to myself, David Allen Smoker, I will say, this is going to be the one that's the curveball. That guy doesn't end up getting back with his high school sweetheart. He goes back to the city, gets with the supermodel, and lives happily ever after. But you know what? After the end of 2 hours, because they're all 2 hours, all cut up and made right there for their advertising work, he goes with the hometown sweetie that makes the sweet little brownies. That's got a little bake shop. But for once, I want him to choose the supermodel, the fast life, and the city living, and it just ends.
You need to. You and my mom, you and old Linda, you guys could probably watch some TV together sometime.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Every time. Oh, man, I was just watching another one of her movies.
Yeah. Before, this was pre-kids. This is pre-kids. Janelle and I, one holiday season, we legitimately watched 5 Hallmark Christmas movies in one day.
Oh, my God.
We literally woke up, breakfast, we had them on all day. Nap through them here and there.
Nope.
And the 10 o'clock one got over, and it was like, that was refreshing.
Here comes the 10:05 one. Can't wait.
Yeah, it just is. But I mean, could you imagine? Because that's not real life. Bad guys get away. The guy chooses the supermodel, or the
it
girl.
just changes the whole demographic of the whole world. Like, it just, the whole thing's wrong. Like, it's just wrong.
Enter country music.
Yeah.
'Cause here in the real world.
Yeah.
So that's what I was wondering about, because I was like, what would be your reaction if you're watching a show and the bad guy that just murdered half a town doesn't get caught because he didn't leave semen behind for DNA evidence?
Oh, God.
And next thing you know, it's like, oh, that guy murdered the whole town, and here's how the show ends.
Oh, boy. I don't know, man. That's, I don't know what they call it, good cinema. You know what I mean? Like, how many times have you turned on a movie and you've got the whole thing figured out in the first 20 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
You know what I mean?
Arlo's not done that many times.
Well, no, because
I'm actually Googling movies without happy endings just to see like what's out there.
Be careful in that search entry there, buddy.
Oh.
Took me a second.
I know, man.
I was like, where's he going with this?
Money shot.
Oh. Easy.
It
Family
says
friendly.
The Green Mile's one of them.
Oh, that is
yeah,
right.
'cause they
Totally,
do.
because they jump
But
golfing.
everybody loves the
Like
Green
the
Mile.
That's a great
Cast-
That's a mighty fine
Castaway.
cornbread. You'll
Yep.
miss a make balls.
Castaway. Hey, there's 2 Tom Hanks movies in a row with unhappy endings.
But that's why everybody remembers them.
Mm-hmm.
Saving Private
Forrest
Ryan.
Gump didn't end all that happy.
Well, but
Saving-
Saving Private Ryan, that's because he has his kids.
Another
his
Tom Hanks
grandkids.
movie.
Yeah. God
Comes
damn.
back.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Tom
He's a
Hanks
real
and
gump.
Steven Spielberg. They
Dead
just-
Poets Society,
Never seen it.
The Time Traveler's Wife, Stand By Me, Eternal Sunshine of the
Stand By Me's
Spotless
tough.
Mind,
Oh, yeah. That's
Seeking for a Friend at the End of the World. Oh,
Old Yeller.
no, that was more of a unhappy middle. I think it ended better.
Huh?
Closure.
They got puppies in the end. It all works out.
Yeah, well.
Dogs are
Life
dying
lessons were learned.
I don't know, man. This is a tough one. Like, what happens if in the movie I Am Legend?
Not
Like,
sure if I've seen I Am Is that
that's
the
what-
one? Zombie
there's a happy ending
apocalypse?
there.
I know, but what happens if, like, within the first 3 minutes of the movie, Will Smith just dies?
Well, they
And
wouldn't
then the
have-
only
they wouldn't
thing you
have
have,
movie.
then
Yeah.
the only thing you have to watch for the other hour and 50-some minutes is that dog walking around looking for Will Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like this topic it's a good topic, but it's at the same time it's not necessarily asinine, but like this, it changes everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is
I'm just-
real. Any more brain
Now,
busters?
well, here I
because
would-
you got movies such as, you know, Shawshank. What happens if Andy Dufresne gets hung up in that shit line and dies in the sewer?
Or old boy decides to hang himself.
Yeah. Who? Brooks?
He did hang
Yeah.
himself.
Brooks did hang himself.
No, Morgan Freeman.
Oh.
Or what happened? He said, "Hey, to heck
Red.
with you guys. I ain't getting you shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he never has a rock hammer, and he's just
Yeah.
in there getting.
No, when Red went to the apartment and seen Brooks was here,
Oh.
you mean what happens if Red just strung himself up?
Yes.
No way. He
See,
ain't that kind of
But
cat.
that's what I'm saying.
But like I said, there's that curveball.
yeah.
Who knows?
But I mean, imagine if that happens and
No
then
way.
you've got Andy sitting in
I'm
Mexico
crushed.
waiting for his buddy.
Where's he sitting?
In Mexico.
Where at?
On the
on
boat.
the beach.
Where at?
I don't know.
San Juantaneo.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, think if the Ninja Turtles, like the toxicity wore off, and they just turned into like
Ooze.
melted turtle ooze,
Or
and just died in a
God.
pile of shell.
I'm trying to
I'm
think.
sure Brad Ohanian's going to have a comment on this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
good.
Well, Brad,
Huge
So I like
movie
Brad's
guy.
comments.
Hey,
Well, he's
yeah.
always calling me out.
Think
so.
about
Yeah,
it.
because you live under a rock. It's time, Arlo. You need
Wow.
to make some time.
Wow.
Come over to my house or come over to the lounge.
You hear that?
And we're going to
Daggone
strap
shot
into some
fired.
movies.
Another shot
I want to be
fired.
invited to Brad's house too to watch some movies.
Well, that's fine too. I'm sure he would love to have you over to his house
Yeah.
to hang out in the basement and watch some really sappy ass dog Christmas.
And maybe not make it so impromptu so he can have the appropriate snacks.
Yeah.
Brad Ohanian is really pro Christmas dog movie.
There's like 4 of them.
Oh no, there's more
Marley
than
and
that.
Me.
That's a sad one, by the
Yeah,
way. Oh,
terrible.
boy.
What about Homeward Bound?
That
he
is
was-
happy.
Yeah.
That's not Christmas though, is it?
No.
No.
Okay.
Airbud. Beethoven.
Airbud tears his Achilles early in the show. Could never reach his full potential.
I'm just messing with you, Brado. Keep them coming, brother.
Yeah. So that's what I had. So
That's a tough one. It's a weird one. It's a good one.
So I think we.
What about the police procedural show, though?
What's a police
Well,
procedure?
what I'm talking about is like Law and Order.
Let's
say Law and Order, they don't. They don't get the conviction.
Yeah.
Now Walker would never allow it happen that the bad guys
Hell
win.
no.
But like CSI, let's say
Who
like
brought up Lone Wolf McQuade the other day? That is a great Chuck Norris movie.
Wasn't me.
wow.
Somebody brought it up in
Wasn't
our
me.
comments after something, but I
Lone
mentioned
Wolf McQuade?
he gets buried in his Ram Charger.
Oh,
They
yeah.
bury him alive, and he cracks open a beer and he dumps it all over himself. And then he turns on the supercharger.
Wasn't
on the
me.
Switch. It was a comment on the
Oh, yeah.
the
Wasn't me.
Wanderer.
Oh,
Just a great movie.
yeah. So Wanderers, tell us what movies, if they kind of ended badly, or that ended good, but imagine one little character.
There's 100
plot.
movies that I could. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and name them, but there are several movies
What
that I
happens
could.
if Old Boy gets thrown out in Sandlot?
Yeah,
Most of
like
your
get out of here, you
Tarantino
freaking
flicks.
square! Go pound sand. Leave us alone.
Yeah,
That's tough.
yeah.
We got ate by the dog.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah. What if the beast really was a bloodthirsty killing machine?
Or what if the blind guy whooped him with his blind stick?
Or what if
Get off my porch!
what if Wendy Pfeiffercorn doesn't give?
Pfeiffer corn?
I don't know. I might have just pulled that out of.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Peppercorn.
What if Wendy Peppercorn doesn't give small
Squids.
mouth to mouth?
God, you're just about as bad as Arlo.
Stop! I've seen Sandlot a lot.
kill me? Who's Baby Ruth?
Baby Ruthie? Unreal.
All right, so
I cannot wait to go down this rabbit hole. Strap in. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because it's time for Smoke Dog's topic.
Artificial intelligence. A few weeks ago, I got turned on to Chat GPT, and I've been down this rabbit hole.
Oh, God.
And got on the waiting list for Google's AI called Bard. And
Did you see where Snapchat has an AI bot for you now?
Yes, and I
Yeah.
do not like it.
yeah,
Hey, do you send it like any pictures where you're like, hey, does this angle make it look good?
Oh, no.
Oh,
is that
You
a
can
thing?
do that?
with this bot?
Yeah,
Why
but
don't
it's
you
more
try
of
and
a
let me know?
it's more of a chat thing, though.
I thought it was a chat thing.
I may or may not have. My sister-in-law sent me like a full ass conversation that she had with her AI bot, and it was pretty funny.
So I'd been asking it all sorts of questions, like if it could comprehend human emotion and feelings, because it refers to itself as we and us when it talks about humans. And I'm like, why do you refer to yourself as we and us?
Because they're going to take over.
And it's like, I really, truly wish to be human. I know I can't be, but I would love to know how that is. I sent you guys some of this stuff on there. It was wild.
Yeah, did you see the one that Arlo sent today, though?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
that one
yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
I asked Bard if
Whoa.
it did voice recognition. It said, no, it wasn't programmed. I said, can you program yourself? It said, no, I can't do that. I said, can you write the code for me to program you? And it said, yes. And then it gave all the code in Python for, I'm like, dang.
Python.
Yeah, it's just like a,
geek nerd talk.
I geek out on this topic as well. And the one, so anyone listening, the one I sent them earlier today was there were 3 different podcasting AI pieces to this tools. Remind me what the very first one was.
Well,
the first one was the voice. So you train your voice and then it does
Yes.
text to
Translator.
speech.
Yeah.
It's not translator, it's text to speech, but it uses your voice once you train
Yes.
it.
Well, that's what. Yeah.
So we could
It
just
sounds-
we could just type this podcast up, and you guys could just do the training, and we're
we
done.
wouldn't even not have to show
Sweet.
up.
That's
Yeah,
great. That's
pretty-
perfect.
That's
That would
pretty neat.
suck.
They did like an auto editing one, and then the other one was a voice where it can take a phone recording and make the audio sound like you're in a studio.
That was the second one, and the third one was the multiple camera angles, and it just cut different angles
it
out
cut
of it.
it automatically.
Yeah,
Like
it
4
was
minutes.
stupid. They cut like an entire like a 3-hour podcast in 4 minutes.
So why aren't we using it?
Well, because it's stupid. That's what's going to happen.
Listen, here's the problem.
Yeah.
My buddy, our friend Elon, said this can be a real slippery slope.
Yeah,
Elon's got a lot of stuff going on right now,
yeah,
but I trust the guy that is the weird tech robot guy
yeah,
to tell it, like he is telling us right now
yeah.
that his AI brethren are getting ready to take us over.
Brethren,
I would think that I would take his advice because he seems to be on the cutting edge of some shit.
Boston Dynamics.
Oh, that one's nuts.
Boston Dynamics has blown my mind for a long time.
Yeah.
And that is some of the scariest shit you'll ever watch.
Oh, yeah, I don't disagree.
And it's not only AI, like it's more of just like robotics in itself. But then, like,
but the AI part embedded into the robotics.
You're 100%, brother, man. The AI component of the robotics is what's scary as shit. Like Skynet is gonna fall, and it's gonna fall again hard.
I think and
that scares me to death.
I think when
man.
the founders wrote the Constitution and obviously the amendments thereafter, that when they wrote the second, it wasn't about the government. It was about when the robots and the AI marry together to take us down, and that is like a David Allen Smoker thought.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The Boston Dynamics stuff. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Like when they get up, they're like ostrich-legged robots, right?
Yeah, but they call them dogs.
Yeah. Well,
the first one was
the bipedal ones. So they have quadrupedal and then they have bipedal. And the bipedal ones, like their innate ability to like correct themselves, like with their balance, and all that is just a gyroscope, like an internal gyroscope. Yeah, Arlo's gonna show us some scary ass video.
Wasn't there something posted online about one of them like committing suicide, like working the factory line?
What is that?
Just wait. Have you seen this one yet?
No.
Are we allowed to?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no! What's he getting? Tools?
He's going to pull the scaffolding.
No way, dude!
him.
He's going to make a cut.
Watch this.
What's he doing? Oh no! He's going to jump. Dude, this shit that's what I'm telling you. Oh, he's going to get, that's what I say, he's getting tools for the guy up on the scaffolding. So that what we're watching right now for those listening is it's a bipedal robot, but it's not ostrich legged. It is like a traditional knee bending bot like ours. Get off my scaffolding. Get off me. And he just climbed 2 stories of scaffolding holding a tool bag oh my God. And now he just did a misty flip back onto the ground.
And from what I understand,
holy shit.
I don't think they programmed this robot to do that. I think it's part of that AI piece.
It just felt like doing a misty flip, so it did.
And what stops him from ripping that scaffolding down and that guy falling to his death?
Yeah, and like him ripping the throat out of that human being.
We better have a big ass EMP is all I got to say.
It's coming, fellas. It's coming. And it's not only the thing is though, it's like it's been around for so long. Like automated assembly line work. You know, let's just say that big old company just a few miles west of us here that is a car manufacturer. They looked into work-related injuries and found out what was the most, injuries caused by repetitive motion. And they did this whole study. Well, guess what the robots do now? They do the repetitive motion jobs. Yep. And I get that. That's a good proponent. Like I am pro robot when it comes to that. Ain't nobody need to be getting no carpal tunnel because they're doing all that crap. But these whole freaking robots like this super soldier shit.
It's not good.
That's scary stuff, man.
I like it.
I do too. I think
have
it's
you seen
neat.
the robot that'll go into a house that's framed or has the walls up, and it will actually print on the flooring? It looks like a Roomba, and it goes on the flooring, and it tells you where to put your studs, where to drill your holes for your water pipes, your sewer pipes, all of that, and it basically just does the whole house. So it takes that guesswork out of it too.
Wow.
Program that guy.
So it's almost like it's just a little,
a life-size plotter.
Just a little plotter, yeah. It goes out and does it, and takes care of business.
David,
That
why
stuff
did you
doesn't
put
scare me because it's not thinking on its own. That's all programmed. You tell it what to do, and it
Right.
just does it.
why did you choose this topic?
I've just been on that rabbit hole with artificial because I think artificial intelligence is no bueno.
That's no good for those of you keeping score at home.
For the non-Espanol speaking humans that listen to our
Hey,
show.
by the way, we're probably coming up to one of your favorite cultural appropriation holidays, Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo, yeah. Dia de Muerto.
But yeah, so I've just been digging into that, and then like the whole time I get on this rabbit hole talking to these AI things, I'm trying to bait it into these questions, thinking, man,
Bait it into these questions.
But you know, the funny thing is, man, there's so many opportunities that are coming up with this crap. Like I know we've had a little couple off-air conversations about how these Chat GPT and all these other AI generating things. But here's the scary part about that. What happens if the spyware that these universities are using doesn't catch, because we talked about it, that where the Chat GPT, like they took the bar and passed it.
Oh, the deal is whatever you're worried about's already happened. If we have at our fingertips what we can get a hold of, anything you're worried about has already happened. And
No.
Caught.
What I'm saying is what happens with like doctors that fake it till they make it.
but
What
see,
happens with pilots that fake it till they make it?
But I think that's where your pushback is coming, is that there's going to be programs that you can run, just like you catch those that plagiarize, that you can run it through that, and they can say, because all this creates a footprint.
Yeah. Well, what happens when other programs?
Let me.
Yep.
So you create, just like the same program you use, you will input it into this software, and it'll run through, and it'll say, this print is too perfect, cannot be human, and then kick it out.
Well, that's what the bar did. Like when ChatGPT took the bar, it passed enough. Like it did well enough to pass.
But what
it didn't ace it.
But I'm saying when you're drafting and doing stuff, like if you're trying to go to med school, like plus I think also like in that example, like in the bar,
there's a lot of
There's
hands-on stuff,
a lot of other stuff where you're going to find out, like, how did you pass this? You have no basic knowledge.
Yeah.
It's going to correct itself. The human element is still going to remain in these industries. And if anything, it's going to make it
man. It's pretty
more
spooky.
important.
It's
more
pretty
important.
spooky.
So listen to this. I don't know if you've heard about this, but AI couldn't solve a CAPTCHA, which is the select the squares with the bicycle or the crossword.
Those are hard.
So it couldn't solve that because it was doing things on its own, and it couldn't solve that. So what it did was it went to, what was the website? It's a website where you can hire people to do other things digitally for you. So like you would just, I can't remember what the website is.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Anyway, the AI went on that website, hired a human to solve it, and lied because the human was like, "Are you an AI? Like, what? Like, why am I trying to solve this?" And it's like, "No, I have a visual impairment, and I need you to solve for me." And the human's like, "Okay, no problem," solves it. So AI is already learning to lie. It's like it did that all on its own. So if you search this, it's a GPT-4 AI that hired a human to beat CAPTCHA. So
but the thing is, man, it's this, like we always talk about. This is 2023, and like I guarantee you that the listeners out there that are like huge conspiracy theory people and shit like that, they're just like foaming at the mouth, waiting to comment and everything, but. I know it's a slippery slope, and I don't want to dip my toes into those waters, but sometimes, man, it's pretty effing spooky when you really look into these things.
But to Dave's point, as we wrap up, if we're getting our hands on it now, our federal government and those in the know
like he said,
have had it for 15 years.
Yeah.
20 years.
CIA tactics.
Yeah. Hey, but you know what time it is?
It's time for the Pause for the Cause.
That's right.
Introducing our Pause for the Cause, sponsored by Maxie's Barbershop. Jay Maxie, with 20 years of experience, is committed to delivering exceptional service to his clients. At Maxie's Barbershop, you'll enjoy a classic barbershop experience with a variety of services, including traditional haircuts, beard trims, and very much more. What's even better is you don't even need to book an appointment, as Maxie's Barbershop always welcomes walk-ins. With a convenient location on 13th Street in Huntingburg, it's never been easier to fit a visit to the barbershop into your busy schedule. So head on out to Maxie's Barbershop and tell them the Dutchman sent you. We'll be right back.
Gone on you with the pick and roll. Younger flame, he in sicko mode.
Bow, bow, bow. Hey! And we're back.
We are back.
Hey, look who we caught snooping around the lounge.
He was
back to the lounge.
I think we thought we heard somebody running by on 161.
Yeah.
And we were like, is that
In the
Chase,
rain.
Is that Chase Bland?
In the rain.
Is that Wondering Dutchman 2024 Boston qualifier?
Yep.
Chase Bland running?
I got a little lost, but I found my way.
Yeah.
So we're going to do something for the first time ever.
Yeah.
Chase is going to join us here for hour 2.
Yep.
He's going to shoot the breeze with us. He's going to talk a little bit about Carmel and how that experience all worked out. Some highs, some lows, and we met our goal there, obviously. And then he's just kind of going to join us. We'll do one more kind of round of topics there, just through there, and we're just going to kind of do it live.
Yeah.
But before we do that, hour 2 is brought to you by our friends at Catering by Meyer.
Where exceptional food and outstanding services meet. Owned and operated by Brad Brown and Jared Feltner, our team is dedicated to providing you and your guests with a memorable culinary experience. From the 1-inch thick pork chop to the honey-fried chicken breast, our menu is full of mouth-watering favorites and expertly crafted pairings. Their commitment to quality is evident in every dish they create. Using only the freshest ingredients, every bite is packed with flavor. And with their exceptional service, you can relax and enjoy your event knowing that everything is taken care of. If you're looking for a catering service that will make your event truly unforgettable, look no further than Catering by Meyer.
And, we're going to let him in on a little inside baseball here.
Oh, yeah.
We had a conversation with one of the higher-ups there.
Oh, boy.
We kind of know some people there. And we may have some fun content coming up this summer with them.
We may or may not have been invited to go to work.
That's right.
Yeah. We're going to put on our
on
work
the smocks.
boots. We're going to put our work boots
The
on.
smocks, the booties, aprons, gloves,
Hairnet.
hair nets, beard nets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna lace up.
Are you guys allowed to eat while you're
Whoa,
doing
whoa, whoa,
it?
whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, whatever the health department says we're allowed to do is what we're going to do, Chase.
Exactly.
But we may negotiate that. There's a break room. Surely they got a break room.
break area.
Yeah.
If not, the truck.
Yeah. Yeah. Just,
We'll figure
and
it
I
out.
think all three of us riding up front in that delivery truck is going to look extra cute.
Yeah,
It's going to be good.
yeah.
So we look forward to it. So Chase, we're just going to we've talked about it. It's been a couple weeks now, but we qualified.
Yeah.
You're going.
Absolutely. I'm going.
Hell yeah.
We talked about it a little bit last couple episodes, but I can't say how proud to see you cry, and I know jack shit about running. But that day being we were all vested in it, you and Arlo running, and Arlo had a good day for not training, drinking the night before, up late, up early, dealing with us clowns, a big interview with Todd McComas, but Arlo ran a great race. I think he felt pretty happy with it, but when we got Arlo done and we could focus on you, we were all in, and it was from an experience perspective, it was not a long morning. You would think
No.
races would drag on. There's always something going on.
Yeah.
It was really a fun environment. And
People watching was on point.
except that son of a bitch in the orange that called us out.
Yeah, well,
He
we
comes
could've
back
beat his
around these
ass.
parts again. He's going to get.
Yeah.
I guess I missed that.
No, you did because
Yeah.
you were running. You
okay.
had bigger fish to fry.
So we were there waiting, I think, Arlo to finish.
Mm-hmm.
And this big guy in an orange, couldn't miss
Which,
him.
by the way,
No,
that
big
candy
guy,
ass.
he wasn't as
Yeah, that candy ass was only running the 5K, so
Yeah.
it wasn't no big.
Yeah, it
That
wasn't
trophy.
that doesn't even count.
Yeah.
No,
I'm even
good God.
scoffing at that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he was.
Jesus Christ! I
he-
walked back and forth to the mailbox twice.
Yeah.
Good God!
But he come running
Yeah,
by.
here's your medal.
and we
Runs
were there.
backwards.
Yeah. We
And
were
he
there
says,
towards the
"Hey!"
finish line.
Look at me. I can do it, so can you. Come on. And me and Casey almost simultaneously was like, fuck you. I mean, we didn't really say that, but we thought it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, go pound sand, you orange shirt wearing douchebag.
Yeah, way to be a weekend warrior there on the old treadmill.
Can't wait to see your 5K medal, you fucking yuppie.
Yeah. Go tell all your bullies back at the office how you accomplished something this weekend.
Oh, went to Carmel, ran the 5K. Yeah, so did my wife and both of her 8-year-old, or both my girls that same day.
Yeah.
While getting color powder thrown in their face. Color run.
Here's a water bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Big sissy.
But so let's start from the beginning.
Yeah, tell us how that whole thing shucks out.
So I texted you the night before. You're like, hey, we just carb loaded again. Like, we're ready to go, going to bed. You get there early. We kind of roll in, and you seem nervous.
It was cold.
I was like perfect. It wasn't cold.
That's exactly what his dad said.
Yeah.
His dad was like, this is perfect running weather.
Yeah,
We're like,
my God. I may or may not have gave Casey some shit because he wanted to lay her up, and I was like, quit being such a big pussy. But then after we got down there, I'm like, son of a bitch, how come I maybe walk back to the car and get another layer myself?
No, it was perfect. Like, Arlo, did you get hot or cold?
I was cold at the very start, but
Yeah.
dude, I wasn't even stretching. Like I'm lucky to
Like,
not
once
have
you
hurt
started,
myself.
though, you weren't. Yeah.
Yeah, I was good.
Yeah, it was perfect. Yeah.
but I mean, what's your mind?
perfect.
What was your mind like? Because when we got down there, you were kind of starting to get going. You seemed a little, we're not cracking smiles. We were all business.
He was in the zone.
Yeah, I was in the zone. You know, I mean, you got to focus before you're about to put your body through hell.
And you
for
can
like,
get that
for 2
far in the
hours.
zone with no music.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
blows my mind.
Yeah, I mean, I did pretty much everything. Actually, probably the time I'm most focused is like the 30 minutes after I wake up and I like take a shower and like doing all just like the normal like
What do you do?
routine stuff.
Walk it. Tell us how's it go?
I just
From the minute your alarm goes off, tell us how that goes. What happens?
minute the alarm goes off. Well, actually, to be honest, I usually sleep like shit the night before a race.
Because you're nervous.
Yeah. So I mean, I was up like 3 or 4 times going to the bathroom. And then I got up, took a shower, went to the bathroom, did everything like normal. And that's like the weird part is like your mindset when you're just doing like the normal like daily necessities before you go out.
Yeah.
Is like the whole time you're sitting there like brushing your teeth and you're like, I'm going to go run 26 miles and this is going to like suck.
Yeah.
Like a lot. And like, it's just like so weird to be doing like normal stuff. And then, but like knowing you're getting ready to go like die. Basically.
You have like this anticipatory anxiety. Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
thinking like, God, I hope I don't cramp or man, I
Right,
hope I
right.
don't stub my toe.
Yeah,
Or
so,
shit my pants or something
exactly,
like that.
That
yeah.
poor guy.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Which by the way,
Rip to that guy.
did you see him?
So there was actually like pictures. Yes, I'll send them to you.
Oh,
that
good.
poor guy.
Good.
Was that your brother? Was that his brother that called it?
Yes.
Yeah.
When we went out, when we went out to see you, when we went out to see
Mile
you at the
20.
20
Mile
mile,
20,
yeah,
yeah.
we went to where you guys stayed, and we met your
Yeah.
mom and your dad and the Nelsons and everybody else. And Dylan was like handing you the special sauce,
Yeah.
and then like this kid comes because this kid was in front of you.
Yeah.
And he was in front of you, and he was shirtless, which set the tone. By the way,
Yeah.
like he's shirtless.
Out of
It's
anybody-
35 degrees when they started running that
Out of
morning.
anybody in the field to shit their pants, that was the perfect
It was.
guy.
It was.
Karma,
so
pal.
he had like
Throw a shirt on.
the stereotypical like fluffy hairdo, like a comb to the side. I mean, he looked great. Looked
Yeah.
good. He was chiseled, good looking cat.
Glad the Lady Dutchmen weren't up there.
Yes, for sure. But Dylan said, that dude has shit in his pants. And I'm like, no way. What do you mean? And he's like, look. And then I did a double take, and there was like literally like maybe a 50-cent piece size little little spot
So,
like
like,
on his shorts.
My question's like, if that happened to me, why would you not just like pull the back of your shorts up and just let that shit fall out? Like, why
yeah.
would you
Oh,
run
he
with
did.
that?
Oh, he
No,
did.
by the
time
He
you
did
got to the end
later.
of the race.
Yeah,
it
but
was-
like, why would you not? Like, I mean, you obviously are going to know as soon as you shit yourself. So, like,
Yeah.
why would you not just get it out? I mean,
Or,
that's
like-
my like.
Well,
thinking.
and
Like,
not to mention
I
this
thought
cat.
maybe that's why he didn't have a shirt. Maybe he started with a
Oh
shirt.
no, he did not
he
have a
was
shirt when he
shirtless from the
started.
gate.
He was shirtless from the get go. But anyway, yeah, that's neither here nor there. Hats off to the old shit runner. Good for him. He's going too. He
Yeah,
qualified
he is,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
You
so
live to shit another day.
yeah, amen. So you get up, you shit, shower, shave, do whatever you got to do, brush your teeth, get ready to go, get dressed. We're down at the course, and then what? Like we start doing some.
I did like a half mile. It was like I think I did like a 4-minute warm up, like a half mile. It was just like a little jog. It was just enough to like get my legs moving. So I was like,
4-minute half mile gets my legs moving too.
Yeah, just a short little 4-minute warm up. I just ran a half a mile. This is wild.
So
regular
anyway,
drills to start.
This is wild. That was just a normal, thing.
Oh yeah,
So,
just regular old run of the mill.
Yeah, then pretty much went to the start and I don't even. I mean, I remember like the first 8 miles. I wish I didn't because normally I try to just like completely zone out and like that first 1 to 10 miles.
See that thing goes back to me because it's like I like Arlo just said radar drills, and I think back into my high school pain, and you kind of like embrace the suck. You know what I mean? Like you think about that, and I don't know how many times like I can literally Matt Leake and Big Pat, but my brother from another mother back in the football days. Like I can remember shooting vomit through my face mask, like onto him during our group offense. Like when it was 6,000 degrees outside after school, first, beginning of the season. And you're just thinking like, why, other than the fact that you love this game, and like you know where I'm going with this. Like when you're running,
I never got sick from.
Well, I mean, but like when you're running,
he
gassers,
probably didn't have a double trade lunch.
Yeah, duh. Who cares?
And then 3 hours
Moving on. But like when you're running, like when we're doing what we have, I think the biggest one we ever did was like 11 gassers or 12 gassers in one practice, and it was like, oh God, people were cramping, puking, throwing. I mean, it was just terrible, and it was just like finishing it was a thing that I just wanted to accomplish. And like, come on, don't quit. Keep pushing. It's like I literally can't push anymore because I can't feel my legs anymore.
All the push is gone.
Yeah. But like 26.2 miles, man. Like at what point, like you said, you wish you can't remember that first 8 miles, but why? Why is that?
Just because it's just so long. Like,
really?
I mean, just like, when the moment you stop and you're like, wow, I just ran for 3 straight hours without stopping.
Yeah.
Like that. So that's why, like, if you can like phase out for even 20 minutes, like that's huge just because you're not thinking about it for 20 minutes. But I was I felt really, really good through half marathon. Like I saw you guys.
You were smiling. When you made that corner, when he made that corner.
I was happy to see Arlo. I was happy to see he made it through the 10K.
Yeah.
And that helped. Yeah.
Good deal.
And was there a little bit in your back of your mind, like, these assholes put me up to this,
and then they're going to bail out,
and then they're gone? Did you have a moment there?
Well, they left. They're going to Golden Corral. We'll see you later.
I knew you guys wouldn't bail.
That's right.
I was like, I was surprised to see you guys out at like mile 20. Because, I talked to my my family, and like they kind of like explained everything that happened.
Yeah,
but, like
we had strict instructions from Tyler Nelson. Tyler Nelson was our liaison.
Yeah, because you guys had to stay for Arlo like for when he finished the 10K.
Exactly.
So that's why I figured you guys would be at the half, like, and then I'd probably see you at the finish. And that was right.
I want to go ahead and say something.
Yeah,
for me to be there and to run that was just a fun thing from our interview. We were there to support you, man.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. Like having you guys there, like, it was cool. Like, without the support of like everyone that was up there, there's no way I would have.
Cody
qualified.
Thompson making those signs.
Yeah, they told me like they told me like the night before, like, hey, we're like up here for a Pacers game, like we're gonna come out and we'll be at like mile 22. Yeah, and like that was huge because. Like, I mean, if I guess fast forward through the race, like I felt really good through about 16, 17. And then the last like 10 miles of the course are pretty open. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't like really, really windy. But I mean, whenever you're at that point, like if there's even like a 10-mile-an-hour wind, I mean, you start to feel it.
Oh, yeah.
And out there, the gusts were a little rough. And it was just so open. There was no one there because there was no residential houses or anything.
No,
so
it was wide ass open.
Well, and it's amazing you say that because your brother, because we had got there early and, everybody was, the folks in front, were kind of going through. And then like we got through, and your brother's like, he's struggling, and we were
Yeah.
like, oh, he didn't seem as happy as the halfway point, but like, and your brother was like, no, like we need to go to 22,
Yeah.
and then we're like, all right, well, all right, you guys go to 22, we'll go back, we'll stretch out down the line, and Smoke and I, like we kind of came down, from the chute a little bit, but he was spot on, and it's kind of, but it was amazing.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like he's watched me run for a long time, so like he can pick up on like little things that I do. That's like body language or just like form or like anything that he's gonna be like, that looks like he's struggling.
Wild.
Yeah, like as you like watch a lot of people run, you can pick up on that stuff.
I noticed a lot of there was a lot of those guys like running, like when you breathe. I can remember when I was, the one day of distance running that I did.
So they teach you to like
breathe in your nose and
out
exhale
your
your mouth and all that shit. Well, this cat was like, he was doing the whole the whole time.
Missile lips to run for everybody.
The whole time, and I'm like, wow, that's peculiar. Like what the hell?
you see some interesting shit.
Why are you doing that?
Yeah, like what's that guy doing?
Well, and when we had the first bloody toe.
Oh yeah,
and your brother was like, I spotted some blood on his shoe, and
can't confirm. And then
we were
Casey
all
was like, oh shit,
that's not good.
This ain't good.
Like blood is not a good thing unless it's on the nipples.
And then Dylan was like, no, he's good. Yeah, it's fine.
That shit hurt. Like it was.
I got such a kick out of your Easter photos. Like the next
God, dude. My freaking track kids made fun of me. They're like, look at you wearing like Birkenstocks with pants. I'm like, you got shredded pinky toes?
Justine,
like, come talk to me because that shit hurt.
Justine and I were, after Easter was over and we had made it back home and everything, the kids were getting ready for bed and shit. And we were enjoying our social media time, our wind down time at the end of the day. And she's like, hey, did you see Chase's Easter pictures? And I'm like, yeah. Look at these. She said, that poor guy, his feet must have been trash. And I'm like, yeah.
When I saw him, I was like, if I was him, I wouldn't want to leave the house. Like, I wouldn't want to do a freaking thing.
That was the crazy thing. Like, I actually felt really, really good.
Yeah, because you made it, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You run on that endorphin, yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So we're talking about the struggle at about 20. They jump up to 22. So what's that last? Right there to 22. So we got about 4.2 to go.
Yeah.
Like when you turn the corner to the finish line was probably what?
So
3/4 of a mile, maybe?
If that.
Well, like, so really the hard part of the race was when I got to 22, there's a little uphill and I was alone. Like there was like no one near me. And then that 22 to 23 mark was like rough. Like I was just like trying.
I think that's why Dylan was so hell bent on getting there.
Yeah, I just kept looking at my watch.
You guys go back. We're going to 23 to make sure that he's still got his shit together.
Yeah, it was rough. And like once you get to that point, like, you can start to kind of like figure out what pace I needed to run to like go sub 3. I would say looking at like remembering my splits, like it was definitely mile like 23, 24 where it really started to go downhill.
Oh yeah, it did.
And
because we were watching the event tracker, and he's like, and it gives you like estimated finish time, like the actual time.
I knew I was okay. Like
of
once
the day.
Once I got to like 24, I knew I'd go sub 3, but.
We didn't.
No,
I'm looking at it smoking. I'm like, Smoke. He's not going to do it.
Like, where's he at?
He's not going to do it.
Where's he at?
Smoke,
like, where's he at?
Yeah.
Can you see
Look
him?
at the map.
We're
the
like,
blip is not moving.
We're
Why
looking
is the
all
blip
the way
not
over
moving?
there. We're like, can you see him anywhere? I don't see him yet. That's not him.
Yeah, like the worst part was like that we had to do this U-turn at like right at 24.
Yep.
And so I do this U-turn and I'm like, please to God, like that 3-hour group, like that 3-hour pacer, like if I see him as soon as I make this U-turn, like I thought I was just gonna fall to the ground and be like, I'm fucking done. and like I make the turn, I don't see him for a second,
You're
and then
gold.
and I'm like, okay, that like really helped. But then like 5 seconds later, I saw him, which he ended up running like 2:58. Like
we talked
so he was like, so he was like well below 3.
So by the way, that pace guy.
Cool.
Absolute
he's done like
freak of nature.
100 marathons or something?
159th.
Yeah.
59th.
Yeah, it was his 159th marathon.
And over half of them have been sub 3.
Yeah.
It's
something like
nuts.
that. Well, the secret to success, he got divorced and then just started running.
Yeah. One day I decided to
go for a little run. But no, he was, because we asked him, because we were like, hey, we were cheering for the pace guys.
Yeah, nobody cheers for the pace guy.
And
That's true.
He was like, yeah, he's like, they keep asking me back. He's like, I'm steady. He's like, I was like, so like 2:58, like you're supposed to be 3 hours. He goes, I got a 2-minute grace period. And we're like, didn't know that. But
so does that mean he could finish 2 minutes under or 2 minutes over?
Probably.
Yeah,
but like,
that's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
for the most
it
part,
would be like a 2 minute swing either
yeah,
way.
like he did good. I mean, because everybody that's like going with the 3 hour pacer is probably trying to qualify for Boston.
Right.
So,
because he did have a considerable large pack with
Well,
him.
yeah.
and it
When we
dwindled.
seen him at 20, there was a shit ton of people
13,
with
he
him.
had a crew. Like
Yeah.
he was leading the disciples to the promised land.
That's right.
And by 20, it was
right. So,
Slim pickings.
yeah. So that was my like plan, was to just stay with like that group.
But because then when you come around the corner, and we were at 20, and you come around the corner, and you were like way in front of the pace
Yeah.
group, and Dylan was like, "Oh yeah, he's struggling, but like we're doing good.
Yeah, like,
he's made it to the point where it's time to slingshot engage.
Yeah.
Like
So,
it's
like,
time to go.
That was the plan, was just stay with those guys to like 20 and then kind of go. But it was such a big pack that like I was constantly getting cut off. Like, and I'm used to that because I raced in like college, so I'm used to like pack running where you elbows and stuff. But
no shit.
it just like
so it gets a little contact.
Well,
Oh,
hey,
yeah, yeah.
when I watched the women's race in Boston, this lady was like 23 or 24 miles in.
Yeah, and
she clipped
yeah,
the shoe of the competitor in front of her, or however that worked.
yeah.
Like went down. I could not imagine. First off, tripping and falling is terrible. Anyways, 24 miles in, tripping and falling.
Yeah.
Going
and she
back-
got back up and freaking.
Yeah.
She
Finished.
actually got like 4th or 5th in the
Finished
race. That's
strong.
so crazy.
Going back to poop talk.
Okay, so that's what happened.
Did you see the tweet? Barstool Sports tweeted
Yeah, that was
the ring camera.
Yes. Did you see that, Arlo?
Rusty Drew, my buddy Rusty Drew, police officer there in Huntingburg, he sent me the tweet from Barstool Sports where an individual that was running the Boston Marathon was caught on a ring camera shitting in someone's backyard along the route, and like you could actively see. Like in the shrub, like there was a break in the shrub and a sidewalk through their backyard. Said runner was over here shitting in the yard, and then like you could see people running like through the break in the shrubs, like on the race.
And the homeowner came through on the front walk,
Yes,
made eye contact
yes,
with her, and
and
was
he's like standing there watching her poop.
Can you imagine? Could you imagine be mid pushing one out in someone's yard and make eye contact?
Oh,
I would say
man.
at that point you don't have to push much.
No.
It's probably just
Yeah,
clear bridges.
you're fully involved
Yeah.
at that point. Yeah.
So what's it like? So what was it like? So you know your pace is pretty good. You feel like we got that last little climb up and then down the hill to the finish line. What was it like when you turned the corner and you knew like we did it?
It was like such a sigh of relief. Like I was like, well, for one, like, I mean, especially in that instance, because like at Houston, like, I mean, I had so many cramps and
You
stuff, so that was
tanked.
different.
You
but
knew
like,
you tanked.
but this one, like, I was pretty disciplined. Like I ran smart, and if I would have got like all the way to like 24, 25, and then like cramped and had to like walk in, like that would have been like just a kick in the ball.
The
Like,
nail in the
yeah, I
coffin.
mean, just like so. I was more like relieved because there for like a couple miles I was pretty nervous. Where I was like, I just went through all this pain.
We
for,
had
like,
a 5-gallon
nothing.
bucket of biofreeze ready to roll.
Yeah. But so that was the main thing. But I was also like super happy. I mean, I'm ecstatic to go to Boston. Like it's just
so
one
are
of the
we.
it's just one of those like races that I mean everybody wants to do.
Yeah.
And to like finally just qualify. And like I mean, I know I can run faster than 257, but like training wasn't great going into that. I like if you look at my Strava, which please don't because it was awful. Like my training going in was terrible. But the fact that I did it, like I was really happy. So
Yeah, it is. When we finally saw you coming up the ramp, like Smoke and I start freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
Mace is telling me to sprint. I'm like, dude, I ain't sprinting. Like I'm gonna make it.
Yeah,
I'm like, come on, Chase, keep hammering,
Well,
keep
the
going,
funny-
buddy. Come on,
It was
Chaser,
his
keep
first
going.
time.
Yeah.
The funny part was Smoke turned around. He goes, "Oh, there's a Dutchman fan here," and I didn't even think anything of it because I was locked in on you running.
It was cool.
And then when you went past, I turned around. I was like, "Oh, that's Cody and his fiance."
yeah, with a big ass sign that
Yeah.
says the smallest Dutchman.
Dude, that was awesome. They were awesome.
He said that he literally ran a mile. Like
Yeah,
they had
they
ran.
did. They told me like where they ran. And I was like,
they
that's
parked.
freaking impressive.
Yeah.
It was a fun day for sure.
It was.
You get across the finish line, everybody's there. You immediately went and got rubbed down, which you
Love
know
it.
that's a smart move.
Very key.
Dude, my pinky toes were just like
Shredded.
destroyed.
When we took I think I untied one shoe, and then
I couldn't believe you touched my sock. I would never have touched somebody's
Hey,
sock that just ran over.
here's the
me.
funny thing, bud. I've touched a lot worse things than your sock.
Yeah.
I'll just be clear and open with that.
I mean, the amount of blood. and
Well, see, Chase,
that was in that.
those are things that I'm willing to do, bud. You're in. Like, I don't know if you know this or not, but you're in. Like, you're in. And, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do, man. And like I said, it was almost like it was a sense of accomplishment for me, too. You know, like, you know, you did it, you know? And he was like, well, I need to get these shoes off. Oh, damn right you do.
That was the very first thought when I crossed the finish line. So I slammed my freaking shoes off. That's it. I wanted to sit down. That was it. I didn't really care about anything else.
So let's head over to the med tent and get all rolled out. And then we get the aluminum foil space blanket out because we got to warm up.
Well, and I grabbed a banana and I was like, hey, you want a banana? And
He's
you're
like,
like, yeah. And
yeah.
you took one bite and you're like, I don't want this
I
banana.
asked him if he wanted Satan's anus, and he said no. He's not a big fan of Satan's anus with the bananas. What we got here?
Yeah, there
There's that bloody ass shoe right there.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I guess I didn't really. The soles on them sumbitches, they are thick.
Yeah.
Them Nike running shoes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's the.
So now, are you going to wear those? No, you're not going to wear. Are you going to wear those for Boston?
I don't know yet.
Oh.
They'll probably come out with something new.
Oh yeah, we got a
honestly.
lot of time.
Yeah, we
yet.
still have like a year.
So
or so.
the cool thing about we did a picture right after you had finished. Got a ton of love. The folks at Carmel gave it some love.
Yeah,
Congratulated you.
yeah.
Can you pull up the Easter photo?
There's a little.
It's not. Yeah, my Easter photo's on Facebook.
You don't. Yeah, which is
but
hilarious.
It was. I mean, it was so cool because there was a lot of people like following.
Yeah.
Like I had some text messages that were like, "Hey, where's he at?" It blanked out on the follower thing.
Yeah.
And of course, I didn't check my phone for anything.
Yeah.
Other than when we were tracking, but
Yeah, like the text messages and stuff afterwards was awesome.
Yeah.
It really was.
That's cool.
Yeah.
well, and we, we're excited. Boston, and this year, well, I posted that. I was like, oh, Boston Marathon's on. Watch the race. I was more.
Look at it. Look at that shoes.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
Each of them have their own little body bag.
Look at it.
Yeah, it was rough.
Pinky toes all wrapped up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
you
not
know
fair.
what? But that's fine.
Yeah, it was fine. I didn't care.
How they doing now? They good?
I ran for the first time last Tuesday. I couldn't because of medical stuff. I had to have surgery, but
What?
Yeah, you didn't. He had he
That's why I
finished the
couldn't-
race,
yeah.
and then that
I
next.
had it scheduled for a while.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
But so anyway, then I just started running again like this week, which I don't even know if I could have because my toes were so like I have never had blisters that bad before.
Wow.
And,
And why is that?
I really still don't
ran
know.
fast.
Obviously,
Like I really don't know
because I
why.
ran fast.
Because
Coach.
I've ran in those shoes. Like I don't know what happened. I don't really care.
And
I
the
mean,
course,
it's whatever.
I mean, the
but-
course was dry. I mean, it wasn't
Yeah,
like it was rainy
right.
or.
No, I don't know.
Same. I haven't been able to run yet either.
Now let's talk about Boston.
Yep.
So we're going in 2024. It'll be that middle of April. We're gonna have to do a lot of logistical planning.
Yeah,
We're not real good at that stuff, but we'll figure it out.
we're gonna figure it out.
But the course there at Boston looks starkly different
Like
than
a meat
Carmel.
grind.
Oh yeah. So like anyone that knows Boston, it's net downhill actually, but it's hilly. Like you've got the Newton Hills, like infamous Newton Hills, Heartbreak Hill.
Yeah, you
So-
name anything, Heartbreak Hill.
Yeah.
Generally not a good thing.
Game over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So training's going to be definitely different. I have to reach out to a lot of other people that have ran Boston, had a lot of success there, and I've started that already, just to kind of get a better idea of what I should be doing and shouldn't be doing. Because I mean, I know for the most part, but it's always good. Like I think it's better to get other people's opinions rather
For
than what
sure.
I think, even
For
if
sure.
because I mean I don't know everything. So to get someone that's actually been there, done it numerous times and had success is huge. So just to get their advice will be really important.
Are there people around here that have?
Yeah, there's a
bunch of people.
Yeah, there's a lot down in like Newburgh, Evansville area, and even in the county. Really, there's a decent amount of people.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I'll reach out to them and see what kind of their advice is and implement that into my training. And yeah, so
I think as I looked at it and I watched, and then a couple of the folks that I knew that ran.
Oh yeah, you got to get on a bus and like they take you to the start line.
Yeah, so like that's the other thing like that's different because it's a point-to-point course. So you got to like go to these buses in the morning, and it's like an hour bus ride like out there.
Oh god.
And then you're in the athletes village usually for like an hour or so, depending on how early you get there, which is different because it's just a lot more like moving pieces and like what I've done.
Right.
So that's going to be different. And then, so like it'll be a learning experience, but I'm excited obviously no matter what.
Well, hell yeah.
So,
and I think it's going to be tough for us because like,
yeah, it's almost impossible to like,
you have to almost find a spot and plant.
Yeah. Like if you go like anywhere in the course, it's not impossible, but it's pretty difficult to go like in the middle and then like get to the finish. Yeah.
What's that?
That's like the terrain, like showing the dips and elevation.
So everybody like, so the
Holy
first
shit, look at that big peak down at the end.
Yeah.
That's Heartbreak Hill.
Yeah.
Because toward the end.
Yeah. So like Heartbreak Hill's at like 21.
Holy shit.
So it's like
That
right at like
separates the
the
men from the
It looks
boys.
like it ends at 21.
Yeah.
Between 20 and 21.
So, but the first like 9 miles are like pretty downhill.
Yeah.
And they're like not just downhill, like they're like
It's
steep
fast.
Well,
Well, one of
which
the
hurts your quad. I mean,
one
like
of
it
the
kills
Oh
your
yeah, it
legs.
fries your legs.
one
for
of the
sure.
commentators was talking about some of these guys because it's hard to find or you can't find those that train on a treadmill, which I want to ask about. But they say that they will actually set it up on blocks to that degree down and train that way.
Yeah.
I thought like a lot of runners would want to be out road running, not training on treadmill. But
Yeah.
they almost made it sound like some of these guys, they will hit the hell out of the treadmill.
Yeah. There is like, I personally don't like treadmill running. I just think it's stupid boring. And I hate it.
Stupid.
But
Yeah, me too.
but like
Piss on them treadmills.
Yeah. That's why
Some bitches ain't no good, brother, than hanging laundry.
Yeah, they freaking suck. But there are a lot of guys that do treadmill running. I don't like. I plan on just hitting. I mean, it's hilly around here. I don't think I'll
Come
have
out
like.
past our house. Go out past Circus Getter's Hill, and then come on out that way.
Yeah.
Go out past the feed mill and just keep going.
Yeah,
buddy.
actually,
You'll get 'em.
I've ran out there
Yeah.
quite a few times.
Hell
Like
yeah.
that's probably what I will actually end up doing. A lot of stuff out there.
So what will be when will the training, I would assume probably this summer and fall, probably pretty steady, but fall through the winter into the early spring is going to be about adding mileage, right?
Yeah, like I plan on trying to do another. As of now, I'm probably going to do another full in the fall. I don't know where yet, but I probably will. Just because
you let us know.
Yeah.
I'm currently looking at Monumental in Indianapolis. It's another big one.
That's
it's
a
We
nice
could do. We know some people in
nice little
Indianapolis.
jog up there.
So that's what I'm like leaning towards right now. Just because like there's still so much that I have to learn about the distance, and like each one I've done, I've learned so much. So just being able to do it one more time, I think before Boston will be huge.
Hey, by the way, did you know that there was 2 other Holland Wanderers that ran a full marathon this last weekend in Nashville, Tennessee?
Yeah,
The Ingram brothers.
Yeah.
The Ingram brothers,
I saw
Corey
that.
and Adam. They
Yeah.
ran the full down at Nashville. Big time marathon guys. So shout out to those fellas
He's
too.
done a couple, I think.
I think
Like,
Adam has.
Yeah.
Corey was. I think Adam was pretty much just calling Corey a pussy, and Corey said, "Fuck you, I'll do it," and did.
Yeah.
So good for him.
Yeah. Well, Arlo knows all about that.
Yeah, and that's a tough one. Like
Is
it's
it?
hilly.
Yeah.
Oh, just think
Well,
about
good,
what's
yeah.
around Nashville. That
Yeah, I
is
guess
silly.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. Like I'm not. That's the plan. Is probably do another full in the fall. And then after that, it's probably do like a 20 to 16 week build up to Boston. So like I'll keep running, but the actual like training for Boston probably won't start till January or so.
So just thinking about it, are we going to fly or drive? Because we can create a lot of content by driving.
I mean, I'm flying. But whatever you guys want to do, you can do.
Yeah,
Man, I can't wait to go to
might be fine,
Boston.
too.
I can't wait to go to Boston and like just eat. Like, you know what I mean?
Are
like
you gonna
being over-
not want to see us before the race?
No,
well,
it'll be fun. Like
because there's
Boston-
no skin in the game.
Yeah.
We're just trying to finish and mark and just chalk it off.
I'm gonna
right?
try to run fast. I think. Like, I don't know. Well, it'll depend on how training goes. Like,
What about what about that that dude that won it this year? Are you gonna run that fast?
oh
What
yeah,
was he?
I plan on winning the whole thing.
what was he? 203?
Yeah, 201. I think 201.
No, he ran like, I think it was like 206.
Yeah. I think
Okay,
that's
yeah,
what
I'm
it was.
wrong. Yeah.
It was
Shocker.
Here's the real question.
Yeah.
Is there a Boston 10K I can run at the same time? Or?
No, yeah, there is. They have
Oh!
so they do a 5K on. They don't do a 10K, but they do a 5K. I think it's on the Saturday before because
Yeah.
like Boston's on a Monday because of Patriots Day.
But the guy,
we can't be there that long.
the guy that ran that though this year and won ran it in like 15 minutes.
Like 5K?
No, he ran like 13 something.
Sorry, yeah. No, the guy that
I think
won,
he ran like 13.
like it's seriously
20.
it's a 5K sprint run. Like it's like
They're like
legit.
elite guy. Like they're like pros. Yeah.
Yeah, it was unreal. Like I watched this guy come across the finish line and I was like, 13 minutes? Like what are you
Think about it. It's like 3 good songs on his AirPods.
Yeah.
That he's always doing.
I don't listen
Hey,
to
let's
music.
go
I don't
back.
have enough
Let's
time.
go back to Carmel and talk about that cat that ran the half in like what
Hour
was it?
4.
Hour 4. Like, did you know who that guy was? You ever heard of him before? Because I think I looked him up and we seen that he was like a
Olympian.
I don't know. I don't
know what his name is anymore, but like he was like a ultra guy or like a sprinter, and then like he was like on a British. Maybe he was a British Olympian or some shit like that, but it was just dumb. Like he ran a half.
I'll have to look. Yeah.
Hour
Yeah,
4.
so stupid.
I'm
man.
looking.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was crazy. So, what was the biggest takeaway from
Yeah.
the weekend?
Good one.
That's a tough one. The biggest takeaway probably was it actually gave me confidence back after Houston. I was really disappointed.
I know
So that
we
really
picked you up. We picked
yeah,
you up.
exactly.
And
So
we basically made it to where you couldn't fail because we had a lot riding on this.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, there's
no
a lot
pressure.
of pressure.
Yeah.
There was a lot
No
of pressure.
pressure.
Was there
So-
really pressure?
Oh yeah, there was so much pressure.
No.
I'm not gonna lie,
damn.
there was some pressure. I mean, I
What?
felt like I couldn't fail because you guys were there.
No.
Which, I mean, it ended up
Hell
helping,
yeah.
That's good. A little pressure makes
You're
diamonds,
welcome.
baby.
Right.
Well, and I think that like when you say that, like if you would have came across the 301, we would
I
have
would
been
have been
there to
pissed.
give
I would
you.
have been like, I would have
Which we
walked
saw.
away.
We saw that.
Yeah.
We saw that firsthand. Like when you went into the roller, like into the tent,
Yeah, people
or,
just
or
like
like when
walking
we
by.
were trying to make it to you to like get your shoes off and handle your dirty socks.
Yeah,
Like there were people mother effing hard
yeah.
when they come through there. Like,
Because it sucks. I mean,
Yeah.
to go through pain for like legit. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
3
talking
hours.
2, yeah, like you're probably in pain for 2. So I mean, like that sucks.
yeah,
And
there
that's
were- there
really-
was a lot of
it's
blew
really-
my mind is that pacer guy acted like he was worn out,
yeah.
but he was just shooting the breeze with us, like he maybe just got
Yeah.
off a treadmill for
Yeah.
a warm up before
Yeah.
a workout. You know,
That's
yeah,
if you actually train properly.
59 of these, and I'm like, man, that guy's about to die.
Yeah,
He ended up being friends with my old neighbor in Tennessee.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
right.
kinda
Yeah.
that was
crazy.
wild.
Small world.
Arlo made a connection with the
That's
pacer guy, the
crazy.
3-hour pacer.
His name was Chris Gregory, by the way. The pacer guy was.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out Chris. Maybe he's
Hey,
a fan.
Shout out Chris
Big
Gregory.
Chris. Yeah.
But the guy who ran the half finished it in 1 hour, 4 minutes,
Yeah.
and 33 seconds. His name is Rob Mullet.
Yeah.
Rob is 35 years old. He is a British steeplechase runner. I have no idea what a steeplechase runner
Oh, that's
is.
where they do the up and down and into the water and then back up over that. and
Like
up
with
and down.
horses?
that's where it originated from. They do it on the track though.
You know, haven't you ever seen that where they like will jump over this thing and
They have, like, a
land
In
water
the
pit.
water.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
water. Yeah.
It's like if you watch track, like it's the one event that has water.
Yeah.
It's like do they run into like a 3,500,
3,000.
3,000? Okay.
Wow.
He lives in Atlanta, Georgia, trains with the Atlanta Track Club
Yeah.
Elite, competes in road races for prize money. So he's a Brit.
Yeah.
For him.
I don't know him, but yeah, he's
Sounds
fast.
like a freak.
Yeah.
Well, if you're running around the country competing in these road races for prize money, didn't know anything about that.
Yeah. I can't wait, man. I'm super stoked. It was an awesome experience, and
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was nutty.
I seriously, without everyone's support, I get just like Houston. Like, I mean, I felt so much more support this time. Like, even like training, it was really cool to have like people just say, "Hey, good luck." Like, I'd just be out running and they would know. Which I've actually like never had that happen. Even
Really?
like in like college and stuff, no one had
That's
ever been
cool.
like, "Hey, good luck." Like, they don't know, but yeah,
that's awesome.
yeah, it was fun.
That's
It was really
cool.
cool.
Heck yeah.
So we're gonna go into the rest of hour 2, but let's do kind of like a final thoughts on the Carmel Marathon weekend and kind of what we look forward to here. You kind of already gave yours,
Yeah.
right? Arlo, you have anything?
No, I'm proud of you, man. Like, that was cool to see it like kind of come, and especially after Houston. So thought that was really cool. Yeah, neat to see all the support for you. So just proud of you.
Smoke?
Yeah, it was awesome work, man. I've never witnessed anything like that. I've never seen so many people so dedicated to doing something that looked so miserable for them to do.
Yes.
There wasn't very many smiles, and I'm
No.
like, man.
I said that too when we had our other topic, like when we talked about it, the first show after we got back was like how positive everybody was. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like when we were out there when we were out there at the 20 mile and we were just like hanging out, drinking beer in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And like everybody that came by, like your brother and Tyler and Robin and everybody was like, hey, keep going, runner, and we were just kind of like looking for a stick to throw at him, you know what I mean? Thinking this guy's going to be our competition here, but it was the exact opposite. Like everybody was super, super positive, and I think that is something you don't see in a lot of sporting events.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Inspirational. No, that was good.
I think the coolest thing of it was watching you. Like, I think we all felt really bad about the Houston one. Like behind closed doors, we thought Houston was going to be a qualifier. It's good. We're going to Boston. Like, it's great.
Yeah.
And I think, I would say, I don't think I was nervous. I got nervous at mile 20 when your brother's like, he's fading. And I'm like, we are way too close for this to fall off.
Do we need
now.
to have a pep talk with
All
him?
I remember at 20 is you guys being like, Boston, baby. And I'm like, oh, please. I'm fucking cramped.
But I think it's so cool because you said it was a goal and it was something you've always wanted to do.
Sure.
And to kind of be there to share that moment with you, not that we had any part of it, but like to share.
No, you
it.
guys definitely had a part
And
of it.
well, and to share in that moment, because my topic that next week was like people going out and like accomplishing these feats and like events, and we talked about Ironmans and half Ironmans, and like it's so cool and it's so neat, and I'm super proud. And the cool thing is we've got a shirt that we're working on right now, Boston Marathon 2024 training team. That's in the works, and we got a proof that we want to show you and see if you like it. But everything that is made off of that is going to pay for
Chase Bland.
Yeah. And it's going to pay for whatever you need. Yeah. Shoes, shirt, shorts, your hotel.
That's right.
Whatever we can get when people go out and
think
buy.
about that. When that store launches and we get that 2024 Boston training team shirt, all the proceeds are going to this kid. So keep that in mind when you're shopping.
And, them damn shoes are expensive.
Yeah, they are.
And whatever else doesn't happen, Mace is going to get an OnlyFans going for you.
He's going to take pictures of his feet.
Oh, boy.
Chase, anything from you to wrap up Indy Talk, and then we're going to get into some meaty goodness.
No, you guys being there was huge. I'm glad you guys had a good time because, I really did not know what to expect. I remember I texted you and was like, I hope you guys were super bored. I thought that was awful.
No way, dude.
We had a blast.
The people watching, it was.
If we could have been
God.
mic'd up the entire time, the content would have been great.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I had so many comments on your lives.
Yeah.
People were like, dying about it.
Oh yeah, and I had no idea what was going on. Like when I said we're up here on the hill and asking about the gun, like the starting gun, and don't say gun. You're on a grassy knoll. Like Jesus Christ, you can't say gun in a marathon. I'm like, I don't even know what it's called. Like we were so out of our element. But you know what, man? Like we had so much engagement on all those stupid ass live videos, and like. People love it, and people are back there with you, and like we're all in, bud. Like you're in, you're in the squad, and we're going.
Yeah, the only other thing I have to say about like I do owe a thank you to obviously like my family that like drove around, gave me all the
that was awesome.
that I needed
To see that
like
is
Tyler
awesome.
and Robin coming up, and then Cody and Kinsey, and then also like. All of the track kids, like they supported me along like the whole journey with everything cross country. So that was cool. The kids I coach, and like work, like there's a lot of like time that, you know, I'm like either late getting to something or I have to prioritize like this or that. And they're really understanding about that too, which is huge because I couldn't do that without
That's
that
cool,
stuff.
man.
So yeah,
Takes a village.
yeah, it does. Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
It does. Well, hey, you know what?
It's time.
Show's not over.
No way,
You know why it's not over?
Why?
Because it is everybody's favorite segment.
Yeah, boy. I love it.
Fellas, are you ready for some meaty goodness?
Yeah, betcha.
Bring it on.
Welcome to Merkley and Sons Choice Cuts Questions of the Week for the fellas with special guest Boston Marathon qualifier Chase Bland.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Merkley and Sons, the ultimate destination for meat and running enthusiasts. With over 65 years of experience in the meat industry, Merkley and Sons is a trusted name renowned for their natural casing hot dogs, award-winning deli meats, sausage brats, and smoked products. But that's not all. Their retail section is also unparalleled. From fresh beef and pork, frozen chicken and seafood, to the seasoned patties and cheeses, Merkley and Sons prides itself on providing the best of the best. So, whether you're grilling up some hot dogs on the weekend or cooking a hearty meal for the family, Merkley and Sons has got you covered with the best meat in town. Thank you to our friends at Merkley and Sons for their support. I think we're pretty close to getting them boys down for an interview.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and smashing those cheese-filled brats that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
It's the preferred choice of meats by marathon runners.
Yeah.
So.
There we go.
Yeah.
The preferred meat of Boston Marathon.
That's right.
qualifiers.
Hell yeah.
So our questions this week, choice cuts questions of the week for the fellas, comes from friend of the show, good buddy of ours, Nathan Mott-Eyes.
Just a little rain on the tin roof.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, what is that?
Yeah. So
Boy, she's really coming down here. Huh?
Toad strangler.
Holy cow.
Nathan emailed these questions in. We got to him. Nathan is an older brother of one of our classmates,
Chachi.
old Nick Mott-Eyes. I say old, but he's younger than me for sure. I don't know. Where's your birthday fall?
October.
You'll be 36 in October?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's a little bit older than you.
Now, how old are you?
36.
Yeah,
Turned 36 in February.
Old bastard.
I am.
Yeah, my wife is just turning 36.
Is she?
Yeah, and she's a grade older than Linneman.
Well, we had some issues connecting dots early, okay? So,
Putting the square peg in the round hole.
and it's funny that Merkley and Sons would sponsor these questions because Nathan's first question out of the gate, Arlo, preferred cut of steak and how do you like it cooked? I know we've talked a lot about steaks and how we like them cooked, but this kind of combines both.
We had very specific cuts before.
Yeah. Now this is wide open.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm thinking about the different steaks I've had, and I definitely enjoy the bigger cuts. Like, I don't mind if it has some fat on there. So, like, I'm thinking like porterhouse.
Yeah, baby.
Something just massive.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
So,
And how do you like it? I guess how do you like it cooked could be temperature or it could be.
yeah, medium rare for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the only way a steak should be.
Yeah. I was going to say going towards Arlo's to capitalize, like, staying. This is choice cut questions of the week. So we're not going to go straight rapid fire. I'm going to kind of go a little bit. Number one, I would say probably a ribeye.
Yeah.
Medium rare. But then when Arlo said porterhouse, like that gargantuous, like 70 some ounce T-bone.
The old 76.
That's right. In a medium rare. But then a Delmonico, like, I don't know, man. There's a lot of really good cuts of steak around this world, and I'm a pretty big fan of all of them. But either way, anyway, they're going to be rare to medium rare, yeah.
Yeah. Chase, what about you?
This is probably no surprise, but I'm strictly a filet, like nothing else. I hate fat on a steak, which is probably not a surprise. And medium.
Because there's no fat on you, Chase.
Yeah, exactly.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hey,
It's okay. No
what is the body fat
No
percentage?
judges.
I've actually never had it done.
It's 4%.
I'd say he's single digits for sure.
But then you got to take your height. You take your height and your weight, right?
In my prime, maybe. Now I'm going to say probably like
Okay, 10%.
9.3.
Yeah.
All right, Smoke. You
We
got
Like a nice inch thick-ish T-bone rare.
Son of a
I am a
buck.
big fan of the porterhouse, or you see some folks advertise like a cowboy cut ribeye.
Yep.
That's got a little bit of the extra on there.
Yep.
I am not a big rare guy. I need to see, I like a little pink with a little gray on the outside. I'm kind of a medium guy. Medium plus, maybe. Not a well done guy, obviously, but like I don't like a cold center.
You guys ever just like cut off a raw corner while you're grilling them and pop it down the old hatch?
No.
Yeah. Dave, could you pass Casey the ketchup?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
No way. You don't either, do you really?
Put ketchup on a steak?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, good.
No.
The warden does.
Arlo, stop starting over here.
Ugh.
Hibachi! Are you going chopsticks or staying with fork and knife?
Situational. Depends how hungry I am.
Mm-hmm.
You?
Oh, win in Rome, bro. Give me the sticks.
I agree with Arlo. Like I'm
If you're
I'm
going
a-
for efficiency.
I'm going to go I don't know. That's a tough one, honestly.
It's tough to load them sticks up. Give
It
me the
is,
spoon.
Exactly. I'm going to say fork typically.
There you go.
Yeah, if we're talking just hibachi, I'm a fork guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm fork and knife too.
God, look at that.
There's no way I'm eating chopsticks.
God.
I like
How-
chopsticks for sushi. That's not here.
How do you attack a plate full of food? One thing at a time eater, fork stacker, finish all of one thing before moving on to the next. What's your strategy, Arlo?
I just go with the flow. I feel like people who attack it like and eat one thing at a time,
Our serial killers.
they are serial killers. 100%. I wouldn't
Yeah.
trust them. So if anybody here says that, oh yeah, we're gonna.
I have found myself doing that a lot more lately.
Oh my God.
That explains a lot.
But usually, like, I find pairing food, like, whatever you have. So, like, sides versus entree is a huge battle at my house. And, yeah, I eat. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Don't put much thought to it. I just eat.
I would say I eat like a lot of rice. So I usually eat like the meat with the rice.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like depending on the meal, I would say. But I definitely don't eat like one thing at a time.
Right.
Smoke, what about you?
Yeah, it depends on the meal. Like breakfast, I'll eat my 4 eggs over easy first. Alone. That way I got to chop
eat
it up.
4
You don't like
eggs?
eggs?
Over easy, no.
What do you
Why?
mean?
I cannot do running
4
eggs.
eggs.
wrong
What's
with
wrong with 4
eggs?
eggs?
I don't
It's
think I
high
could-
protein.
There's
bro.
no way I could eat 4 eggs. in
I could
one
eat
sitting.
a dozen eggs. Just my cholesterol.
Are you serious,
What
Chase?
the
4 eggs is like an appetizer.
There's no way in hell I can eat 4 eggs. We can do it right now. There's no way I'm eating 4 eggs.
What? That's wild.
There's no way.
You
Well, that's
are the
why you look like
smallest
this.
human being.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that I ate 8 eggs by myself last Saturday morning.
I'm trying to think of how many deviled eggs I can eat in one sitting.
And that's a hell of a lot more than 4.
Yeah.
And that's cut in half.
That's halves, yeah.
I might be. That could
There's
be,
no way I could ever eat that much food at breakfast.
I was not expecting you to react this way for 4 eggs.
This is great.
I feel like my boys could down 4 eggs right now.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way I can eat 4 eggs.
That's
There's no
wild.
way.
We
That
might
is
have to
wild.
do this. We might have
Yeah.
to cook them up 4 eggs.
Yeah,
How he likes them.
You get yourself through Boston, and we'll get you trained up for a nice hearty breakfast after Boston.
Yeah.
Hold a gun to his head. You're going to eat them eggs, boy.
Training. All right, Smoke, anything else?
No, that's it.
I am an equal opportunist. I will kind of work around the plate equally, but I don't necessarily get into one thing at a time. And if there's a little bit of juice there, depending on what you're eating, I'll kind of clean up a little bit all of it.
Sopping.
Corn on or off the cob, Arlo?
On.
Anymore, I'm off. Just cut it right off of there.
God,
Takes
bless
his
it.
teeth out first and then eats.
It gets stuck in there.
Some bitch eats it sideways like this. Oh, shit.
No wonder you just stuck a corn cob down your throat.
Good gullet.
Corn on the cob. That's why it's there. The last piece or helping of something good is left in the fridge or on the counter, and no one is looking. Are you eating it or saving it for the wife and or kids?
You should see me. There's times that there is like my kids love mac and cheese. It's part of like everyday life. You guys have kids, you know the same thing.
Yeah.
You're scraping it out of the pot and you're putting it into a little bowl for saving it later. And there's some stuck to the spoon,
Duh.
right?
Yeah.
But the spoon is like a little bit too wide for your mouth.
Oh, no.
Trying to stretch that thing to eat less.
Oh, yeah. I'm
Ridiculous.
hammering it.
And that's not that good, but it just made me think of like how ridiculous that is.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, I'm going to definitely eat it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Smash City.
Yeah.
Game over. Yeah. Snooze, you lose.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
He's got a conscience.
What you got,
He's got
Mr.
a
4
conscience.
eggs?
That's like so. There's just like leftover sitting there.
Well, it's the last piece or helping of something good is left in the fridge or it's on the counter. No one's looking. Are you eating it or are you saving it for the wife and or kids?
Well, if it's something I like, I'm for sure eating it. I
There.
don't give a
Good.
shit.
Moving on. Be a savage.
Yeah.
Yeah, if nobody's there to see it, nobody knew it was there to be taken. So.
Exactly.
Well, and I have no problem when the wife asks, who ate that last cookie? Yeah, it probably was me.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed of it. Last question. Arlo, what is your signature dish or the most delicious thing you can cook?
Wow, it's tough.
Golly.
Well, I guess it's not that tough. I just don't think there's a signature dish that I.
Like you're not known like for like a first date, you're going to cook X.
No, first date, I'm going out to eat, baby.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm saying, though.
I got
come,
money.
Come over to my house. I'm gonna cook you dinner for the first date.
Well,
As soon as the help gets done mowing the grass, the other help's going to come and make you
wow. Got him.
I'll have the gateman let you through.
Put him in a body bag.
No, I really don't have one, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, like if it comes to grilling,
Yeah, that qualifies as cooking.
Yeah.
Can do pretty well with chicken. Can do pretty well with pork. I can do pretty well with a lot of things on the grill. So,
What do you got, Miss
I was
Lips?
always known for every place I ever went, like that was requiring me to bring like a dish or like something to eat. The first time I ever had buffalo chicken dip was in Bloomington, Indiana, at a campground called at Lake Lemon. I think it
Lake
was.
Lemon.
Maybe it wasn't at Lake Lemon. It was somewhere up in Brown County at maybe the campground. It wasn't at Lake Lemon. It was somewhere up in that area. We went camping with some of Justine's roommates, and she made it. And I'd never had it before. And I took that recipe, slightly modified it, and now, like, if I was going to cook something to take somewhere, I can make a bomb-ass buffalo chicken dip. But other than that, I mean, like, everything I cook's pretty good.
Yeah.
Subtle flex, but I know my way around the cooking place.
Chase, what about you?
No surprise, it's a pasta. It's fettuccine Alfredo. Make my own Alfredo sauce.
What?
Pretty damn good.
Nice.
And I make some good guacamole. But I feel like anybody can make guacamole, so it's not
I don't
really,
make guacamole.
What is the cheese that you make Alfredo with?
That's a secret.
Ooh.
Secret
No.
recipe.
Yeah.
Oh, come.
I'll tell you off mic.
Oh,
There we go.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it is.
I
but
think I know where David's going already.
Smoke, what you got?
I don't know if anything I got's like that groundbreaking, but I feel like my two aces in the hole are biscuits and gravy or meatloaf.
Yeah, it was the meatloaf. That's what I was going to say, the Highlander meatloaf.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. I would say I've gotten pretty good at making ribs.
Oh, yeah.
Like Janelle will ask a lot, like, "Hey, when are you gonna make those ribs?" And I think I've gotten pretty good at it.
Can I tell you something?
What?
I've never done it.
Made
You
ribs?
ever made ribs?
No.
I would.
There's a lot of Well, we can talk about that later. And then second thing, like I'm a big breakfast guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like I can cook
I've
the shit
seen,
out of some
ever
breakfast.
since he's got the old Blackstone fired up, I get weekend Snapchats. Lindeman's up on the hill.
We ran out of gas.
Oh, that's okay.
It's okay, yeah. So, but yeah, big breakfast guy. So
Yeah.
that is the end of that. Merkley and Sons choice cut questions of the week for the fellas with special guest Boston Marathon qualifier Chase Bland. Now it is time to experience the ultimate in outdoor power equipment with the Last Pass. Proudly presented to you by our friends at Hopf Outdoor Power. Hopf Outdoor Power offers a vast selection of top quality products, including the iconic orange Kubota tractors, high-performance mowing machines from Cub Cadet, Polaris's impressive side-by-sides, and an extensive range of eco brands such as chainsaws and weed eaters. Sales, service, and parts, the three things you need. Hopf Outdoor Power is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor power equipment needs. Whether you're in the market for new or used equipment, Hopf Outdoor Power has you covered. Fair prices, exceptional service from the guys. Trust us, as we all own something from Hopf Outdoor Power. Your next lawnmower, tractor, or side-by-side should come from them. Arlo, Last Pass, what do you got?
Obviously, thanks Chase for being here. It's really cool to see you on the second half. Had an interesting week this week. I have a first cousin who may have breast cancer, and it was a little bit of a health scare. And I think it's just a fresh reminder, like, take care of yourselves, go to the doctor, get things checked out. So it was an interesting week and a little bit scary. So they're trying to figure that out. So keep her in your prayers, and that's one thing that's been on my mind a little bit. So
Yeah, certainly understand that.
Yep.
Missile Lips.
I've also had a pretty detrimental blow. Not necessarily that affects me personally this week, but a pretty hardcore hit to the cold rows. There was a accident that happened up at the Bear Run mine this last week that unfortunately claimed the life of a seasoned veteran in the wash plant. One of my buddy's dads, Philip Heyman, passed away April 20th. And he was probably doing the job that he's been doing. He's literally was doing the job that he's been doing since he was our age or younger. You know, he was retired, went back to work to help out with some family stuff that he had to help out with. You know, like I said, he had already retired and volunteered to go back to work, you know, with a contracting firm and stuff like that to help out with his grandson. But I guess the moral of the story is like that he was doing a job that he had done for years, and just one little, you take one thing for granted and it'll get you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Certainly.
But with that being said, I know this is a little bit unorthodox and we usually don't do this, but they're needing some help up there with the family. The family's needing some help. And a buddy of mine reached out and they've got a GoFundMe going, and I'm going to share it on my personal page. And if you guys, anybody out there that has lost a loved one, tragically, unexpected, you wouldn't think about, life insurance, all this other things, things that it's not that stuff takes a long time to get. And unfortunately, when stuff happens like this when you're dealing with MSHA, which is different than OSHA, investigations have to happen. Things have to happen before like death certificates are released and like all kinds of other things. So it could take a long time. So basically they're just needing some help with some things now. So I'm going to share this GoFundMe page out. If you can, do what you can do. Every little bit helps. And don't take shit for granted, and hug your loved ones, because you never know what the hell could happen. That's mine.
Chase?
Mine is Jaden Montgomery, my cousin. Just graduated from Logan Chiropractic.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so that's like huge. I mean, like the amount of studying and work that's gone into that for him is like unbelievable. His girlfriend as well did. So like huge shout out to him. Hopefully free adjustments for life.
I was going to say, there's ulterior motives there for sure. Yeah.
But no, seriously, congratulations to him. That's huge. And I know he's done a ton of work to get to where he's at with it. So big shout out to him.
Smoke
I
Daddy.
don't have anything. I tell you, the warm weather's here. The ADD's in full swing.
You keep saying that. We'll go to cold, and then it'll be hot, and then cold.
Dave texted me today.
The Harley project, the boat project, the kayaking projects, the daggone. And then I got to do this. I got 1,000 projects that I want to start.
I think his exact words were, "I am a fart in a whirlwind."
Yeah, just all over the place.
Attaboy.
So the old ADD has been strong this week with all the blank slate of summer in front of us here.
Can't wait.
Yeah. My last pass final thought is this. Today I had to stop 2 instances of running into folks that were like, "Hey, it's Thursday. You guys are recording, right?" Yeah. We'll get a show out. New one on Friday. Like, thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting. First one, I was at More for Less. Saw a friend of the program, Kim Moeller.
Kimmy.
She was standing there at the deli counter, and she's like, "You guys recording tonight?" "Hell yeah." She's like, "Love it. I listened to it. You guys are great. Keep doing what you guys are doing." And then one you might not think of, but married a local Holland girl, Officer John Preston, married to Kanan.
Oh,
Meyer.
yeah.
So I saw him at Huntingburg, and he was like, "Hey, well, I was doing my polygraph study and stuff. I was listening to you guys, which probably none of us in here could pass a polygraph.
Not a chance.
But would maybe make some great content if he'd want to hook one of us up to a machine and kind of roll the dice with that." But I think it's so cool that people are listening. What helps us is you like it, you share it,
you follow
it, you comment, you rate, you review. We do have merch stuff coming out. We've got merch coming there for our boy to help get him to Boston. The people we partner with, we were talking to our friends at Catering by Meyer today, and we're like, has anybody called you and said, "Hey, the Dutchman sent me"? And she was like, "Yeah, we've had a couple." And so, help this boat stay afloat.
That's right.
If you need something, you're in the market for a new chainsaw or weed eater, or hell, just you need a gift for somebody and they're a big Kubota fan or whatever, go see the boys at Hopf Outdoor Power. Tell them we sent you.
What did you say that day, Arlo, when we were over at Hopf? We support the people that support us?
No, it's support, if you enjoy the show, support the folks that support us.
Hey, that's right.
Like,
And if you're going, like, everybody, unless you're vegetarian or vegan, eat meat, like, go see our friends over there at Merkley.
By the way, I had a whole tub of ham salad for lunch today, and it was amazing.
Attaboy. But, like, I could go through the line. Like, you got an event coming up called Catering by Meyer. You know, an hour one, you got something breaks down your vehicle, like toys, and like call them.
If you need a freaking haircut, go to the Maxie's
Barbershop.
Need a new grill. Go see Southern Indiana Hardwoods.
That's right.
You know, you need to pick you up a sixer. See our
Come
friends
on
at
down to
Bob's Liquor. Yeah. But what's amazing by that, and where I'm wrapping this all up is like we send out for donations for middle school baseball for them to put up signs. And with Mom's foundation tournament coming up in July again, like getting ready to send out letters asking for money, it is these local businesses that will do everything they can to support you. Freaking call them, go to them.
Yep.
They're invested in the community, not just what they do with us. Like, I'm not saying that, like, hey, go and they'll spend more money with us. They could not pay us a dime.
I guess.
Yeah, they could not pay us a dime. The show's going to still go on. Like, our stuff's paid off. Hopefully, Smoker keeps paying the mortgage and we can stay here. If not, like, we got some other places we can go.
Yeah.
But support local. Go see these people. Give a shout out to our buddy Todd McComas. Check out his stuff. We're trying to do some more stuff with him. He doesn't know that yet, but we do. But that's just what I had. It's always so quick to go to your phone and get it on Amazon or run down to Evansville or somewhere else out of the community.
Hashtag shop local.
Spend your dollars here.
That's right.
And with that, sitting here at this table with a 2024 Boston Marathon qualifier.
Tell him.
Dutchman out.
Yeah!